I think I have found our new opening song, my friend.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Me likey, me likey. You know who don't
Me
like you?
likey too.
You know who
I
did? Go
who
ahead.
didn't like you? Who?
Asher did not like you. I was over here, funking me up here, and being very, maybe with a little bit of singing and dancing, just a little, And Asher peeks up. Asher peeks up from across the room. She won't come near me.
Oh no. I don't know what Mama's doing.
I said, "Do you not like my uptown funk?" She said, "Funk, no, I do not care for
Funk
that. Where are my
no.
treats?
In
Where are
fact,
my
she wants to
treats?"
funk you up. That's
She
what she
wants,
wants.
sounds like she wants a piece.
Yeah.
Take a leak, Asher. Take a leak, Missy.
Hey everybody, we see. Let me get off talk chat. We see you. I saw y'all dancing in the chat. That is it, man. That got me pumping. Um, thank
Yes.
God some of my Red Bull has worn off. I drank a Red Bull today and talked to Sen on the phone, and she's like, "Listen, you got to dial it back."
We're gonna go ahead and calm down. We're gonna go ahead and take a few breaths.
Yeah. Hey Debbie Doll, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Michaela, I'm so happy to hear that. Me too, girl. I was like, I was enjoying that. I did enjoy that song very much.
Me too. And I usually if a and I let me look because I know that we got a member. Where do I
And
find
you
that?
just got a super chat. Debbie
I
Doll,
said,
thank you so
yeah,
much.
I did. I think I did thank her,
Oh, I'm
but
sorry. I'm but doze
we
off
got
for a
an.
second there.
Who
My
was the new member? It's. I thought I could
Let
pull
me
it up,
see.
and it was.
Oh, look in your private chat. Look in private chat. Remember, it stars the messages. Kelly, aka Yaya.
Oh.
Welcome.
Kelly, welcome to the Winner Circle. You're gonna love it here.
We're
I
not
don't know
gonna
why
love
I'm
it.
saying it. I'm sorry. You are gonna love it here. It's
You
pretty
are.
freaking.
It's great here. It's pretty
It
awesome.
is great. And you know what? You know what we bring?
The funk.
Well, the funk, the proof, receipts. You know, whatever you want to call
Oh,
it.
no, I'm sorry. We're switching gears. Okay, yes, we bring the receipts. We bring the. So sorry.
We also bring Kimberly Jerome. Welcome back to the winners. Welcome to Totally Winning. Thank you for the upgrade. Appreciate that. Um, it's been, I want to say, what have you been doing this week? But you've been welcome to the winner circle, Debbie Doll. Love your face. Welcome back. We've kind of been together all week. Vicky, welcome to the winner circle. Thank you for the super sticker 100% all the time. Thank you. Y'all. Thank y'all.
You guys are great. We love
We
you guys
this
so
is the
much.
best community on YouTube, and I will be hashtagging all my videos. So when oh, okay, Kimberly. Oh, oh, I'm gonna hashtag them best community on YouTube, and that way, when they hit that hashtag, which community is it gonna be, and let them decide. Well, we'll let them vote later. Anyway, I'm just saying.
Oh, look at you being.
Get your umbrella out. I got shade.
Look at that shade. Well,
That's right. The Funkin' Best community on YouTube. Thank you for being a
that's
member for
right.
39 months. There's so much that we could talk about because this week has been more than myrrh, but we're gonna handle this business tonight, and you know,
Well, we should probably address. We didn't talk about this beforehand, but should
we
we
didn't
address
we
the
didn't.
the heels in? We didn't. No, but should we address the heels in the ground situation? Like
You hear me
R.I.P.
getting
Should we?
nervous? What?
Yes, I hear you getting nervous. Calm down. I'm okay. I promise. I'm not a troll. Deep breaths, girl. I got you. I got you.
Man, last
Um,
night, and I'm not gonna go into detail, but I got hit with the PTSD so hard. I
you
was
know
like,
I
bam,
did. You know I did.
yes.
And so we should probably just mention. I don't know. I didn't know if you wanted to mention that to start us off slowly.
Okay. Well, all right. We'll ease into that.
Okay. We
Okay.
have a
So
little
I
gift.
went
We have a
in with
gift
the.
we could show. Where's the gift we could show here? I think this pretty much said it all. Where is it? We'll go get it
Did
from
you make
yesterday.
that? Because
I
if
did.
you made that, you did.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I stole a gift. I not stole. I used a GIF and then I
Okay.
added the caption. Yes,
So you did make it. All
I
right.
did make it.
Because
Yes.
while me and Wendell were watching Hills in the Air. I was given solid ass advice in the comment section that she was not reading. I doubt you're here, but you got a new name.
This is it. Oh, is it not playing? Hold on. Do I have to show the second one?
I don't know.
I got this weird thing over here happening on the side. This is the
You do
evolution of
have
the.
yes.
I don't know what all this is, but
So
oh, it's
I,
every image in the thing. Well, pretend that this is all running together.
yeah,
Stop that. That's the dumbest
just
thing I've
keep
ever
scrolling. Just keep scrolling.
No,
And
no, we're trying something. No, not
we
doing
blew
that.
it. We blew it.
I'm trying something else here. Hang on.
But so I'm watching and I'm like, quit debating. You know, she's what the name of the stream was, accountability. So I'm sitting there waiting for all the accountability. And you saw me, Cassandra.
There it is. Try
I
that.
was
That's
like,
better.
stop debating and you know, where's your accountability? Yes.
Yeah.
So rest in
They're
peace.
here to and forevermore mentioned. They will be called Heels in the Ground. They're done.
Yes.
Done, son. Pack it
Done,
up and
son.
go. Pack it up and go. We've been to this rodeo and we've seen what happens when you call a stream accountability and sit up there and scream, "It's my money! I mean, it's my blog!" You know, we've seen that. And yes, Randy and I were ticking through the whole thing, like, "Oh my god, oh my god, say sorry, just be sorry. Oh my god, how hard is it?" Yeah, really hard. And then to hear Burnt Toast talk about it, she tried to blame Burnt Toast and put it all on her and da 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 da. Yes, all too familiar to us. We've seen this show.
Hey,
It's
Bluebird. Hey, Sean.
over.
Yep.
Pack it up
We've
and
seen
go.
you're a whole rerun, Hills.
You really
And
are.
listen, I found out a long time ago because I called someone a racist when I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have called Brian St. John a racist that time. What I should have said was you in my opinion made a racist action, you know, because I don't feel like he's a racist, okay? Hills in the Air, you're a racist, honey. You are, after hearing what I heard, I can't believe that I'm just shocked that we're in 2023 and this is where we're at. But
Right.
that's my way in. Does she have a right to be racist? Yeah. But unlike Laura, what Laura said, Laura.
What did Laura say? I didn't even hear what Laura said.
She has a right to be racist. Educate her. And
Okay,
I agree with
it's
that.
not my job to educate, especially women of a certain age. She's obviously well entrenched in her ideas. Hold on, you got a super chat. Thank you, Gathering Place. Thank you so much.
Oh, I can't see it yet. Thank you.
She says, thank you for giving a platform to the victims of MERB, Joanne Dallas.
I don't see it. Thank you so much. I don't see it at all.
And then Mama T-Belly says, listening but trying to sleep. Been up since 2 a.m. yesterday, now almost 1 a.m. Saturday. I'm so sorry, Mama T-Belly. I hope that you get some rest soon, honey.
Gathering Place, good to see you. I love your new shoes, by the way. They're not really that new now, but I do watch your videos. Okay, go ahead.
Here's the thing, though, with her. How do I say this? She has a right, certainly, to, you know, whatever her beliefs are. Lord knows we all have different beliefs, okay? To me, though, the part that, because for a while, as you mentioned, for a while it was just debating, and it was one person with different beliefs debating another person with different beliefs, and for decades people have been trying to debate or discuss this issue, and it's never been resolved. It's certainly not going to be resolved on a YouTube platform in a drama community. Like, that's never going to happen. The problem that everybody, you know, seems to have too, in addition to all of that, is that she in fact harassed families of victims of crimes, and then comes here and builds a channel on exposing those who harass victims of crimes. So instead of just saying, you know what, I shouldn't have done that. The reason I changed my whole channel around is because I had a change of heart about it. I'm a new person now. Forgive me. I'm sorry that I let people down. Oh, Jackie Burns just gave you a $99 super chat. Thank you, Jackie
Wow. Thank you.
Burns.
Thank you, Jackie Burns. Did you make that red for love?
No, it's red because it's $99.
I know it's
Oh,
that was
sorry.
a last night. Marv got a $99 super chat. She said, "Did you make
No, she did
Did
not.
you make that red for love?"
See, I didn't watch all of her last night, so I didn't see that. I'm sad I missed that now. I'd love to get a recording of that. Okay. Anyway,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
anyway, back to this. I feel like that's what she needed to say, but instead she came on with excuses, blame
Hmm.
shifting, a lot of, well, so and so, Bert Toast told me not to say anything. And Bert Toast is like, oh hell no, you're not putting this on me. That's not happening. Nope. And I don't know.
Yeah,
It went bad from there. So anyway, R.I.P. Heels in the ground. You were a good
you're
woman,
done,
but you are
son.
a liar. You a liar,
Yes.
girl.
Oh wow. Thank you. Thank you. Muppets and Manilow. Let me read that. Love and support from Kermit. Love Kermit a lot. Hills in the air, Wheezy. Hills in the air. It was. Now we've renamed her. Hope you don't mind the name change, but you know, I feel like I know more about the Kendrick Johnson case,
Look at
and
Starlight.
you.
Starlight.
What she do?
Starlight said you're not gonna like it already, but that's fine. I love it. She said Heels couldn't be here tonight. She's in the city.
I hate y'all.
Starlight's picking up what I'm putting down, girl. Aren't you, girl? Starlight's picking up what
I
I'm
was
putting
picking it up
down.
last night. I was like, oh my goodness. I guess there was this part of me that wanted to go on panel and just put my hand on her mouth and do the talking. But
Same, girl. But we've been down that road, and it doesn't work.
it doesn't work. And
You can't
Hills,
teach people
I
what to
see
say
you.
when they're supposed to be apologizing. They're supposed to be
When
apologizing. Just be sorry. That's the
what
first
made
rule in apologies. The first rule in
yeah,
apologies is be sorry.
you want to debate me? I'll debate you anytime. What made Trayvon a thug? Was it the juice or was it the Skittles? You know, which one was it?
But see,
Golly.
but there are always going to be. But see, and as much as I disagree with things like that, there are going to be people that support that belief and people who don't. Like people, like I said, decades have been debating that topic since it happened, and other topics like it. Okay, so we're not going to solve that problem at all. So she should have just, stuck to what was happening here. You came here and coined yourself a channel that
Stood for
exposes
something.
tragic. Yeah, stood for something. Exposes tragedy pimps, and here you are, one of the originals.
You know what we
Damn.
could do? Here's what we could do. Honestly, we could leave Merb alone tonight and talk about this. Give Merby a break. You know, she wasn't that bad last night. She didn't tell that many lies, did she? You think?
Yeah, no, she did.
You think so? You think she did?
We're gonna address Sheila. Yes, we have some things to say. Yes.
Well, maybe. Okay. Well, let me add a little something then, just
All
to
right.
make her feel better. I want to make Marv feel just as welcomed as she made us feel last night, and as good as she made us feel. She said that we attacked her and that our chat attacked her people and the people that were in the chat, and all the stuff and things that she said that we did that we didn't allow and we
You mean
didn't do.
all this stuff that she allowed? She allowed. We got destroyed in her chat, and that's perfectly fine though. But we're supposed to whine and cry
Oh yeah.
about our people not liking her. Sit down. Sorry.
Yeah, here's our love song to you. Here you go. Ready?
Yeah. Listen, let it go. My name Bishop Bullwinkle. I got the first church, nothing but the truth. What you say? Deacon Kyle, Deacon George, Deacon Clay. Open up the door and turn them loose. Come on. First, I want to thank God for the blood running warm in my veins. Yeah, I thank God for my life, health, and strength. I got a sound mind, I'm not insane. Come on. I ain't gonna preach too long. I ain't gonna take this service too far. My sermon this morning, hell to the no. Come on. Hell no.
Sing it, everybody.
No. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no. Sister Edna, Sister Ruth, make sure that everybody get a seat. Come on, y'all. Sister Lily may go back in the kitchen, cause when they get through, we need to eat. How much is thick with collard greens and cornbread rice, chicken breast, oxtails on the side. That's what I'm talking. Deacon Underwood, get my 50 ready, cause when they get through, we need to ride. Come on! Dr. West, count the money, come back and tell us what you raised. We had to find another people. I got some people there looking for some blessings. First, God got to get the praise. Come on, y'all. See, there's an old saying, when the praises go up, you get the blessing coming down. I got some people in the church, God Almighty, look at them, they're messing around. Come on. Woo. Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no.
Yeah.
Listen, I got people in the church smoking weed, drinking whiskey, they drinking a lot of gin. What you say? I got the preacher with the night prayer meeting, talking about can I get an amen? Come on! Early Sunday morning, about 10:15. Yeah! I got some people, they coming off the street, God Almighty, look at them, they strolling in. They need help. They laying at the altar, they confess to sin, their sin. Come on, wait. Time to see them Monday morning, they doing the same thing again. Hypocrite. Hell no. Come on. To the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no. Listen. Talk. Got kids dropping out of school, talking about they don't want to learn. Yet they're standing on the corner rolling blunts, talking about come on, let's burn. Y'all better get back to school. I got kids walking up and down the street, pants hanging down around their knees. What them pants talk about that they're looking for a job. When I see them get a book, I say please. Talk to them. See, all they ever talk about, brag about who got the biggest and the baddest gun. Trying to see the copper with the bubble top. They drop the gun, they wanna run. Put them guns down. Now the sheriff got them locked up. They sitting in the county jail. It's a shame. I heard the mama, she was crying all night. She can't get no money for the bill. Come on. Now the man with the homework, cause they didn't put the money in the commissary. Your friend gone now. They had you in the jail, brother, man. You were sure getting from the cemetery. Come on, wait. See, there's an old saying that a hard head make a soft behind. Yeah. Well, since you did the crime, don't do the time. Stop the baby crying. Come on. Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no. Listen. When people talk about you, all you gotta do is let them talk much as they please. That's what they gonna do, y'all. So all you gotta do is get down on your knees. Tell the Lord about it. You tell God about it, and I guarantee you He will never leave you alone. Yeah. All you got to do is tell the devil, hell no, won't you leave me alone? Devil, leave. Hell no. Come on, wait. To the no. Come on. Hell to the no. To the no. Come on. Hell no. To the no. To the no. To the no. To the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. No. Hell to the no.
I have that same bike.
Oh my God, taking us to church. Let's hear it. Woo! Yes.
Take me to
Read
church.
it.
Welcome. Who's here? Oh my gosh.
The one that only held to the no. Welcome. Thank you for
Hell to
coming.
the no.
I'm so excited.
We're so excited. You
We're
are a
excited.
superhero. It's like
We've got
meeting your
Bishop
heroes.
Out and hell to the no. All our friends and family. I'm so excited. I see you all. I'm
Lots
sorry.
of love.
my
Lots of
voice
love in
before.
the chat.
Oh my
Lots
God.
of love in the chat
Feel
for you,
love.
girl.
I'm not kidding. I am so excited. This is great. Can y'all hear me okay?
Absolutely. You sound fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know who else can hear you? Here's Merb right now. I told y'all.
Sheila. Sheila. I love me some Sheila.
Hey.
I'm so excited.
Wait, I don't think my stream is unavailable. Stream suspended for policy violations.
Oh, the song. Motherfucker. The song killed it.
It was
Okay, so
so
we went up to-
good.
It'll come back in a second. It'll come back in a second.
Oh
It's
my
just a
gosh.
song. It's still running over here.
Do I sound
Oh.
real deep?
The song killed us.
Okay, I think they can hear us.
thing-
The boomer
Oh.
is booming. Can y'all hear us?
No.
No.
Well, the chat is still running,
It'll
but
come.
no, this says stream unavailable. But refresh, keep refreshing.
Oh, that's
It'll come back.
embarrassing.
Oh
Fuck.
my god, that's Jesus.
And
If
I
you're
had
not
a killer joke I was about to tell too, and it was funny.
That is Jesus right there going, let y'all get too big for your britches over there.
Yep, that's it. Pop down, Randall. That's what he just said to me. Pop
Yeah.
down.
Pipe down. Kimberly said it was worth it. Hold on. It was worth it.
It was worth it. That was a great entrance.
It should come back. Stream will come back, right?
Yeah.
Man, I hope. I can see Merb right now. Everybody report that.
Yeah, it's just because of that.
So the same stream will come back if I just keep refreshing?
That's what happens. Yeah, that's what yeah, supposedly. I don't want to refresh my phone because I don't want to lose the chat.
I'm on my.
Oh, we're back. We're back. They just heard me say I don't want to
we're back.
refresh my phone because we're back. Woo! All right. So Jesus gave us a little
You
calm
can't get rid
down
of us
for a
that
minute.
easy.
That was Jesus going, all right, settle down, ladies. Settle down. You got work to do
Yeah.
tonight. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Lord.
Pop down, Randall. You're too cocky. That's exactly. Sorry, Jesus.
We hear you, Jesus. We're here. We'll get you back on track. We got work to do.
Sorry about that, y'all. I did not know that song would get us. I wonder which one got us.
Well, we had to have a moment for Bishop Bullwinkle because he did pass away. I forget how long ago.
Oh,
no.
really? I want him to be my best friend. I'm so
I
sad
know.
for
After
that.
that, I looked up his the website there on their YouTube, and it felt so bad. But anyway, good props to him. Good man.
Absolutely. I
You
can
can't
listen to
but
that.
let-
That was great wisdom, too, in that song, man. Damn.
Yes.
So many good nuggets. Good
Brings you
pieces
back
of
down.
info.
Oh,
Yes.
Friday.
So nice. So nice. Yes, you got Hell to the Nose Army right here. That's right.
Yes.
Lots
And
of love in
here's
the chat. Everyone's
right-
excited to see you. Hell to the Know. You are a superhero around here, young lady.
Well,
Right. And right now, Merb is in Slack saying, y'all, I told y'all. Hear that voice? I told y'all.
the devil herself, that mean evil.
Yeah. Guess
Oh,
what?
dear.
Still don't care who she is. Still don't care.
No,
she-
nobody cared. And
Don't care either. I knew it was a matter of time. I mean, listen.
Right. It always
Thank you,
is. It
Debbie
always
Doll.
comes out. Debbie Doll, thank you, honey.
let me
It
just
always
say-
comes out, and that's fine. That's not the point. You're not this is not a heels in the air situation or heels in the ground. Forgive me, situation where we're discovering something horrible. No, we just you were doxxed. Your identity was put out there
No.
by a low down dirty doxer named Sheila. So let's just run with it, I guess.
Right. Always part of the protection. It's always part of the wheel.
Yes.
It is what it is. I
It
knew
is
one
what
day
it
when
is.
there were more people that knew who I was behind the channel than about my puppy. Let me just say that for the record. Just like,
Yeah.
much love to all the
I've
pet-
known for several months who you were, and
Thank
yeah.
y'all.
I don't care. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to many people. In fact, we did a poll on the channel, right, Randy? And you had overwhelming support. Nobody didn't care.
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
I-
Is that not Hello Starlight? Yeah.
When-
Wait.
Oh.
Stop everything.
I listen. I did. There's not enough words to tell her how bad I feel. If I some parts of it kind of make me emotional thinking about all the support behind the channel all along. It didn't matter.
Thank you, Lyndon.
The reason it was created was for that reason, just to have a voice for someone to speak out
That's right.
and tell their stories too, in a fun place to hang out and watch the growth. And listen, thought there'd be 250 subscribers, and I'm thankful. I mean, it's a teeny weeny channel, but it's powerful. It's just the
It's an important channel.
comments every day. When
Yes.
people are just interacting with each other, and I never knew how much that would fuel the your soul, just knowing that people care about each other and they're checking on one another and they're talking about their lives and their struggles or their good days or bad. And it just it was so. Every moment, every person, every comment was always seen, and I just I cannot say how much we appreciate it. And I say we because there is more than just me. I am Hell to Know, yes, but this was built.
It's a movement, lady.
Yes.
I've seen so many comments of people
Mhm.
saying, "I am Hell to the Know." And that just speaks to the importance of a channel like yours. And nobody should be afraid
Mm-mm.
to tell the truth. That
Right.
shouldn't be something you should be afraid of. And people like, Merb, Sheila herself, I don't know who that is. People like her, disgust me because they cannot handle anyone speaking truth about them.
Right.
And that's shameful. But you have a very important channel, and I hope you continue doing what you do.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh
yes.
yeah. Because you were okay. So people come and they say, "Hey, what the fork? Good to see you." They'll say, because okay. The sad thing is that people have forgotten the receipts that we showed last year. Honestly, and I suggest you go back to Hell to the No and watch some of those videos to give you a refresher of some things that happened, because they're like, people say that oh right, Jamie Lee says, not gonna lie, I'm pretty proud and just want to high five her. I was there and she never stayed on panel too much. She was probably trying to make backhanded comments about Elle. We love you so much.
Hello Starlight member for 34 months said someone just merbed in her undies. Yes, I think you're probably right about that.
Right,
She did.
because
Clean up on aisle Sheila. Sorry.
So it's yeah, it wasn't. I guess it wasn't Rabid Dog. I hope. Now I'm gonna ask you this specific question. Have you ever worked with Hello Starlight?
No. And listen, I mean, there's so many stories and there's so many things. But on the positive end, this was created for people that started when I first started watching Merv. I, was in her chat when all the stories were being told and all the things, and she's one of the top 5 people that the channel was created for in their honor. Because something had to change at some point. Now, Merv wants to tell the story that I've been around for 3 years and I've obsessed with her and all this stuff. That is not true. The channel was created in February. I left 3 years ago with a bunch of other people, and we stayed around for probably the first year just watching, not saying anything because we were getting drugged for a solid year terribly, but that doesn't matter. Then we all took a break, lost our loved one dreaming, and that's another part of the story of an inspiration also. I can't tell you how hard it was knowing that she was struggling that last week, and Merv is literally still dragging her a year later. And at this point, we didn't know, but in her final time. And that, along with countless emails, comments of people that lost their loved one or were treated terribly over there. Their story wasn't good enough. Their loved one wasn't good enough.
Right.
And nobody's pain is any better than anybody else's.
Right.
And so anyway, yes, back to Hello Starlight. She is one of many that are in my top 5, top 10 list of what this channel represents. And I will say this in an email, and Casbat probably doesn't remember this. She sold a few t-shirts for Health to the No and donated the profit. I can't remember. It's like $20, $20 or $30, whatever it was, towards the attorney I had to have for being struck by Merv falsely on copyright. Long story short, she wrote in there, I said, do you know who I am? And she said, no. All I know is, everyone is Health to the No. We all are Health to the No. That is where the logo started. Was that in that moment, I thought, oh my gosh, just the simplest words represent everything. We are all Health to the No. There is not one story, not one person having a good day or a bad day or anything that is better than anybody else,
That's right. They're all important.
Yes. So that, just to get back to Hello Starlight, I'm so sorry for her, and she was so sweet and precious by never putting pressure on me to say who I was, and last week or whenever it was, it started up again. I would have had in a minute, honestly. I knew at some point it would come out and it was fine. Did I hate the way it happened? Yes. And my heart goes out to Amy Steele. I mean, that's just another whole thing last night that I hear was terrible. But anyway, thank y'all.
But we got proof. We got some receipts on that. So.
Yes. So I'm so excited. So in our intermission, hopefully everybody got an extra drink and
yes.
Everybody
go potty, calm down. Let's get to it. Let's start to work. Yeah.
And the thing is, me and Heather have been laughing behind the scenes, at Merv's gotcha, thinking she did a gotcha, and so I think that's, we kind of sit on it and let it stew. Wouldn't you say that? Hell to the No?
Well,
oh yes. I mean, I was so grateful for you reaching out during all this stuff, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to present my evidence or my clapback or my defense. And really, at the end of the day, you kind of just shake your head and feel sorry for people, and you just move on. You just pray, just move on. Just there's nothing that this whole week. It's been going on for a month. It was Buddy Cat. It's been Jackie Barnes. It's been Muppets. It's been Davita. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. And on. And enough is enough. Leave these people alone.
And
There
they're
is
all grieving.
yes,
Sorry to interrupt. They're all grieving.
yes.
By the way.
Leave them alone. Leave them alone. There's no proof of anybody doing anything harmful. If it hurts your fifis, I'm sorry, but stop with the kids are being harassed. Your life is in danger and all this other mess. Stop it. I have never, ever, not one time, written an email to her as myself or Hell to the No at all. I don't troll. I do well to put a video up and comment here and there. I mean, listen, everybody has a life outside of YouTube. I'm blessed, there again, but I really do have a life,
Right.
Mhm.
And
and,
she
thank God.
she seems to do this thing where any troll that comes in, she'll
It's
be like,
me.
"Bye, Hell to the No, bye, Heather," like acting all like she knows that you're doing all
Well,
of
no,
this to
well,
her.
let's be honest. And it's my and Body Cat. Poor Body Cat. Everything. Body
Yeah.
Cat.
Right.
Body Cat.
Never any proof ever, of course. She keeps doubling down that she's proven everything, just by doxing you. Yay, thank you. We know who she is. Don't care. Be done. Be done with that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares who she
Honestly,
is.
yeah, everybody knew but you, Merb.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
I think that's also sad. Most of us, like I said, I've known for months. You've known for months. Most people knew already who it was, so it was not exactly a
That's why
surprise
I'm
to
like,
us. But whatever.
no remover. I will answer your question. She's asking, would I remove the videos that have her children involve her kids? I didn't. I did really only think that there was a couple that were kind of blurred out. There are some. There was a couple of older ones. There's a little clip where they're in it. I guess I really apologize. In the beginning, it didn't matter. I figured since they're on the platform, it really wasn't. It's her video, but I clip herself. Please understand, it's never to be ugly at the children.
mhm.
Sometimes it's her horrific behavior in front of children that concerned me.
Mhm.
And those were parts that I thought are okay. As far as like one time there was some ice cream melting and you can hear Ethan in the background because she's yelling at him. That, I don't. So to answer the question, if that would make her stop about all this harassing the children, and we can take about 10 sentences off the normal paragraph we have to hear every day of all the wrongs that the whole world has done to her, I'll be glad. I am not a mean, vicious person like that at all. I just won't hurt, but that's another. Okay. Sorry.
Right.
To ramble
I
on.
mean, and to be fair, Snow Remover, let's be fair, which I truly will say this. You coming in, I think that says a lot, and I appreciate that. But let's count how many times this week that she has threatened your child.
Yeah, she's been threatening. Yeah, listen, let me back up. 3 years ago, the Say It to My Face video, there's 2 back to back, where she thought when I, myself and Dreaming and Ivy Land and Elma, I think, and I can't even remember the ones that Rambler spoke up then. And she went live that night and started dragging all of us again for no dang gum reason. And she dragged my son in it and she doxed his name. She talked about my ex-husband, called his racetrack. She said where he raced and the city I live in, and encouraged people to call the police on me.
Right.
So
Well, and she's
here,
the one who said something about, what would your son's bank do? Or not bank, probably whatever his sponsors do. Yeah.
the
Mhm.
If he
Toyota.
knew
Hashtag
about
Nancy Grace. Thank you, Starlight.
I
Thank
am
you for
very
that.
lucky, and since she's put it out there, and I have talked about it in the past about him racing. He was very young, but he has continued, and he is doing very, very well. At 140 miles an hour, I am very hoarse
oh,
because
that's terrifying.
I tell him all the time, every lap you make, I drive 5 as a mother.
Right.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. God
Like it
bless
starts,
him.
my whole chest starts racing now. You can hear my voice start to shiver. Yes, I am very
So
out.
yeah, we would appreciate if she would stop threatening
Just
people and
stop
their family
threatening.
members.
Her. You know what? 18-year-old boy to me is a baby. Stop it.
Right.
Stop threatening.
Right.
Stop.
You don't need to
And
be
don't say
threatening
you
them.
didn't, because I'm not saying that you did tweet, because I haven't seen her tweet anything yet. I haven't seen that, but I have heard her say, I wonder what so and so would think about this, and I wonder what so and so would think about that.
Always.
So, you know, how about we draw a line in the sand and right, Natasha's right. Stop threatening everyone's children.
Yeah.
Let's take
Yes.
everyone's children off the table. They're
Right.
not here. They're not here. Her sons, now listen, I'm going to defend Merv's sons and I'm going to defend Natasha's kids too. They live there. They're going to be seen.
Mhm.
You know, I agree with not, you know, with if they happen to be in a clip that is important, blur them out. Blur them
Yeah.
out and don't let
Yeah.
people comment
Now,
on the kids.
you know, I will always make sure it's just her voice or whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
I yeah, I really never promised the world I didn't do it to be, you know, ugly by any means. But anyway, yes, I want that for the record. The rest of everything else, you know, she can be mad at it. She's going to lie. It's not going to matter if I can sit here and defend a list as long as I am and then some of everything I've been accused of. But who really cares at the end of the day?
Mhm.
All I know is what I know and what I stand for, you know, and I just want the truth out there, good, the bad, and the ugly, and that's it. You know, like she can forget that. So I will be humble to say if that is a mistake in my whatever young naive career with this little YouTube thing. I don't mean to say career, but that. So anyway,
I do. I say that
learn.
sometimes.
I can do better on that. You know, I am not perfect. Never have been.
Right. Right. And we don't want to start the game of, you know, like I refer to it as kindergarten rules. You know, they do it, so I can do it. You know, that you did it to me first, so I can do it back. You don't want to be the thing. You don't want to become the thing you're fighting. We want to do better. You can put the truth out there and still be better. And that's what you do, I believe, you know, and whatever indiscretions have happened, you're going to take care of that. And going forward, you know, you have a plan in place. I think that's all anyone can ask of you. I don't think that you are a bad channel in any way. I think you put the proof and the truth out there for people who need the support, the things that people have gone to her community to try to get and didn't come to you and get what they need, the support, the truth, the place, the community, the place to comment, support each other. That is why everyone loves you so much.
Well, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I just want, you know, everybody to be left alone. You know, quit reading out subsequent, you know, answers, whatever they got to say. That's fine. We have a right to speak, but you don't threaten them with, well, what was your son's job?
Right.
Like, you know, but then 5 minutes later, she's going, but we don't contact people's employers. Never. Yes, you do.
You just threatened to.
Yeah,
it's the same thing as far as I'm concerned. You threaten to do it, you might as well just do it.
So, yeah.
I mean, that, to me, that's one and the same. You know, a threat is just as bad as doing it, in my opinion. I don't think it's, especially if you're talking about threatening someone's children or their livelihood or going real life on them. It's just as dirty, just as wrong. I don't care. I don't care how mad you are. You don't do it. And then sit up there and cry that people are attacking your kids when you're doing it.
Yes,
that's a hypocrite, Merv. You're not going to do that to people. You need to stop it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think that this is a good opportunity to, I mean, I'm going to throw this on the table. Merv, if you want to link. Hey, Lisa L. Feel free to email me. No, you don't have to email me. Just type in the chat. You're not blocked here like I am in yours. And, you know, come up in,
Linda.
And say what you want to say.
What about those children at the water park that she snatched a toy away from and recorded without their knowledge or permission, or without their parents' knowledge or permission? Yeah, get out of here. Stop preaching like you protect any children. You do not. You protect you. That's what you protect.
I think even just here recently with some of the crime stories that have been going along and things that have been going on in this community, it kind of made me pause and think, as we all know, there are people on here that have horrible intent behind, you know, these predator type guys or whatever. And when you have videos with kids, it's innocent at a water park, you know, you don't think anything. You know, back in the days when we grew up, you didn't think anything about that, but it really is now. And it's scary. That is what is extremely scary about it. It's a point where you can cross a line that's just one you can't get back. And I don't care what side you're on. At the end of the day, you know, God forbid, I'd hate to know that anything happened or somebody was put in jeopardy or something like that. Like this, it's nothing to play about. You know, there's people behind these names that are, you know, domestic violence, you know, victims that have been gone undercover already, but then their name is out because she got doxxed or got mad. And that's a scary thought. You know, I have people that reach out, they have unalived members that are very close to them and they don't want things
Mhm.
put out. I mean, you wouldn't believe.
And
So
what's
yeah, the worst
what's
part
sad to
really.
me, what's sad to me though, is that that seems to be what she aims for now. She tries to find the most hurtful piece of information she can on someone, the most private, the most vulnerable piece of information she can
Mhm.
find on someone, and then put it out and destroy it, it on purpose. Like I don't know anyone more sick. I think it's gross. I just think it's gross that she does that. It's not called for.
It's no
Uh,
remover. No remover. Okay, this last time,
Hey,
the last
Christina. Sorry.
20th. All right, go ahead.
No, no, no. I just saying hi.
Okay, that video that she's referring to, "Still Laughing," is the title. It was really late one night, and I wish I have. If it hadn't been so crazy in the last few weeks, I would have probably redone that video. The title about "Still Laughing at You" is because I always used to say things in the community post about laughing at Merb. We're still watching you. We're just gonna sit back. Blah blah blah. That was just a jab at her or whatever, a saying. And she did it back a couple of nights in a row and kept saying it, like all of a sudden she's repeating what we are. So I did it in the title as a clapback. It had nothing to do with what the video was about. The video was started because Casbat, bless her heart again, every blue moon she gets to write a comment, and then, lo and behold, she's held to the no again for the next month, or getting made. Merb, leave her alone. My gosh. But anyway, she made a comment and Merb didn't like it. And Casbat tried to respond back. And that's what I did. I took the clip from when she got that phone call because Merb was telling a story. And basically Merb was lying. That's what that is. I just didn't put Casbat's comment in front of it and Merb's reaction behind that little clip. So it really didn't make sense, but that's what she's referring to, the moment when Merb got that call, because she came in there saying something. It doesn't matter. I don't want to bring it all down tonight, but
Yeah.
I wanted to bring it up.
And sorry about that. If and the thing is this, please note, if all ex Merbanites would be left alone, there would be absolute and not be brought up on panel, then Held to the No could do what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Like your channel could do, you could do crafting.
Yeah.
Last night, Held to the No and I was having a great conversation about how she wants to make these little mini cakes and boil mini eggs on little mini stoves with tea candles.
Oh, yes.
Yes. She's really into that. She
The decoupage.
She
How
has
about
learned to she's learned to take a blowtorch and you go around.
And it burns the napkin off the piece of wood.
Yeah.
But then it's got to burn light because they use a torch.
Yeah, use a torch.
Oh, Jimmy was standing by with his poor little, oh my gosh, his fireman hat on and literally had the fire extinguisher. Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to breathe. Oh.
I don't know that she should be using a torch. I don't know. Does anyone see the bad idea in this?
Well, it was, to be fair, it was Jimmy, and he was in a fireman's outfit and hat. I'm thinking they had a lot of fun later. Just saying.
They got the good loving tonight.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But Held to the No does have a lot of crafty friends, and think about that. She's crafting. She's very crafty. Held to the No. She collects seashells by the seashore. She does stuff. She does lots of stuff. Fun stuff.
Yeah, I'll film the dog running around while I'm trying to house train her. Whatever I need to do, just anything. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Oh, and so let's and we can pull this up now and show. Have you ever extorted people for money? Where's your proof, Merb? We need the extortion video, please.
Still no proof. Still no proof. She had a whole nother night last night to show.
Hold on. I didn't see Rosalita's comment. Rosalita, how are you, sweetie? Let me find it. Anybody see Rosalita's comment?
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. The chat's going fast, y'all. No, she's not happy.
How about doing a video on her that he? Okay.
That's right. Mhm.
Not one person, including me, knew her
Oh,
son. I don't know what video, if there's a video about that on your channel. Hello, Rosalita. Um, I
There's not.
my personal opinion is I don't feel like that's ground that needs to be covered. It's none of our business. It's a private family matter. This is just Wendy's opinion, okay?
Randall's
Uh,
opinion.
it's private family matter. I don't think anyone needs to make a video about that. So if you have one on there, I would love it to be gone. That's just, again, my opinion. You do what you feel that you need to do. I don't want to tell anyone how to run their channel, but I will also point out that Merb has done, a lot of the same kinds of sins that she's crying about,
in the
and I wish she would stop as well.
there's never a defense of anything. It just is the fact that you can't call something out, and we have 90 videos of horrendous behavior. I mean, some are, well, that's not true, because probably 20 of them are just some fun little whatever videos. But when you are putting people at risk constantly behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, stop. You can't keep on weaponizing what she's doing to go after people like she does, and and it's been shown. I mean, you can't, you
And
put
she
people at
goes
risk.
after their children.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
been
She
more than
does.
vicious toward Natasha Cooper alone. Her children, talking about their jobs and the things that they do offline. That's also private, personal information that doesn't need to be dug into. But she sure does that.
And this is
Um,
where blinders come on, Wendy. Not
but
to interrupt, but you're right. The thing is just because I've never disliked a person so much that I also disliked their kids.
right, right.
And
no, me either.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I think that is, okay, you don't like Natasha. Well, her kids they haven't done anything to you.
Right.
Leave Natasha's kids alone. Turnabout's fair play a lot of times on here. Two rights, I know, don't make a wrong. Let me think of all the cliches I know, but
It's
the
kindergarten
thing,
rules is what it comes down to.
yeah,
Kindergarten rules.
we got to, Merb, if you just knock off talking about Natasha's kids, don't talk about anyone's kids. Stop. And you can't sit over there and say you don't. I've heard you. And you're wrong. I don't watch you every night. I just watch you when you're reading okay. But whatever, I don't know. What are we voting on? Because I'll vote myself. One.
They said put a 1 in the chat. The chat's going so fast, y'all. They said put a 1 in the chat if you think Merb's head is spinning on its axis
Oh,
and she has totally lost her lake voice and is screeching like a spoiled toddler. Oh, I will put a 1
no,
in for
she's
that.
going to come live and she's going to do like this. And she's not, but because I told you, blah, 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 blah. And no, you didn't tell anybody anything. You didn't have a gotcha moment. You didn't.
No,
And
all you did was dox somebody. I mean, bravo.
right, good
Okay,
job. You doxed
right.
her and her kid. Good
Okay,
job.
so Natasha says,
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, and I want to address this. She says, I'll tell you right now, my give a damn is busted. She talks about mine. She's getting it right back, but I do it better. And that's the problem that we have right now. Not that. That's not the problem. That's the problem that Merb refuses to accept responsibility for. If she would stop doing this stuff, then people would stop wanting to do it back. Because, like it or not, kindergarten rules feels good. If you hurt me or you hurt mine, I'm coming for you and I'm coming for yours. That's the breaks. If you don't like it, stop doing it. And you don't have any right to tell people not to talk about your family and kids or whatever when you're over there doxing, harassing, and threatening people and their kids. That's not how it works. Knock it off.
Yeah, and I would like to say, no, Natasha, rise above. That's what I would do, but it's not. Like I've said in the past, I have a 30-year-old, a 28-year-old, and a 24-year-old. Talk about them. See what I do, because I'm going to know about not only your kids, but I'm going to know about your ancestors. And I hate that about me, but it is the truth. So that's why you don't see me sitting over here bringing up people's kids. Radio silent, snow remover. God bless you, snow remover. That's that. Y'all hear that? That's
no, don't. No, it's okay. They can say what they want to say. We don't run a hug box.
They can.
Snow
No, we're
River,
not gonna rub.
you're fine as far as I'm concerned. Carolyn went radio silence for months and it got worse. I don't know if I believe that though.
No, no,
Snow
no.
River.
She did. There was a while where, held to the no can comment or not, that she was pretty,
Oh yeah, she was quiet.
yeah. And then that doesn't Snow Remover, just take knowledge of, or notice, I shouldn't say knowledge, take notice of the numbers.
Yeah. But let's also remember too, she's never completely silent. It's just that things go on behind the scenes a lot more now.
Right. That's
than
what I'm saying.
live.
I don't know if I believe that.
And-
I don't think
yeah.
these people aren't mad for nothing, Snow
Yeah.
Remover. I mean, that's all I'm saying. And I don't want, I really appreciate the way that people are being respectful of differing opinions, because I see how Merb is. As soon as anyone goes in there to support anything that she's not saying, they instantly get blocked. And I don't want to run that kind of, and this is Randy's channel. Ultimately, I understand that, but I don't think even Randy wants that. Like, we don't want,
No,
we
we
want
don't
people
want
to be able to
hug
say
box.
what they want to say. We don't want a hug box. People can say what they need to say. Get your concerns out. I just don't know that, when you say radio silence, I think there's a reason why people feel the way they do, Snow Remover. There's a reason. And it's not just because everyone decided one morning to get up and hate this woman.
Right. And here's what I always say. Your experience with somebody is different than my experience with somebody. And I can only go by the way they've treated me and the defamation that she has said about me. That's all I can go on, is how she has treated me. And these women can only go on how they've treated her. And you go on how she treats you. And here we are. And, that's it. And I know she's not going to take a link but here's what I can promise you, Merb. If you want to take a link, I won't call you Merb while you're up here. And it won't be 3-on-1.
Oh no.
We won't do that.
I wouldn't I guess I got accused of yelling the other day or screaming or something at Amy or being violent. Like, that's hilarious. I mean,
I don't see violence in
I
the
don't have a
screen
temper.
coming from you. I don't see that.
The loud kid again is screaming at
Yeah.
my car going by so fast, and you have headphones on. Can't hear it anyway if anybody was around me.
Yes, my crazy life. Merb lives in an echo chamber, from her real life to her YouTube channel, 24/7 Zoom calls. Yeah, it's definitely an echo chamber, and we don't want that here.
No.
And I think
And
the fact that she has put herself in that echo chamber is part of the reason she is so out of touch with reality when it comes to the truth of her behavior and the consequences of her behavior and the people that she's hurt. She doesn't see it because she refuses to see it. It is an echo chamber. You're not allowed to say anything like that in front of her, or you get instantly chastised and blocked. And then your life gets dug into. I mean, that's what happens. And all your personal secrets, anything she knows about you, comes flying out her mouth. She doesn't see it because she doesn't want to see it. And that's too bad, because she'll never learn if she does that.
There's so many moments I just think of. There's two off the top of my head, and I hate to bring this up, but in honor of Davita, she keeps on dragging her. Leave her alone. First of all, she is not anything behind the channel. She's trying to do her crap channel. She lost a daughter also.
Right. As far as I'm concerned, Davita's not
Honest.
grieving any less than Merb is. Davita is not grieving any less than Merb is. If Merb wants sympathy, she needs to give some sympathy. Come on.
But just back to the moment made me think when you said something a minute ago. Nancy M was in her chat one day and said something during an auction about napkins, and something about you can get them on eBay too or something. And Merb lost her crap within minutes. In seconds, and immediately said, "Well, how would your son like it? If I did that to his business?" And I remember just gasping, thinking, in that moment, you just did it. You just threatened that woman. You intimidated, and that's not exactly how
Right, but that's what she does, and it comes
but
straight out of her mouth like air.
yeah,
She doesn't even.
It was just like
right. It's just natural response to her now, and she doesn't even. I don't even think maybe even realize that she's doing it. I don't know. Amy left a comment. She says, "You never yelled at me, Heather, not even when I deserved it." There's Amy, the victim of your extortion, Heather. There she is.
Well, again, whatever happened, it is what it is. I just know I respect. I don't have any ill will toward her at all, and I didn't get to watch last night, unfortunately. So I got the notes, but I hear that she was talked about horribly, and regardless of whatever, that's ridiculous.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, there was no sense in that.
Right.
And
Amy has asked her several times to leave her alone. Please
yeah,
stop
there's so
talking about her. And she
reading
refuses
names.
to.
There's
Yeah.
none. There's Lisa D. There's Lisa H. I could go through the list, and it's just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And those are people that have had a voice, even if they don't have a channel. They have been speaking out in comments, and bless their heart, they've kept on even through all the being intimidated and yelling back. And oh, it's just horrible, horrible. So nothing, I don't even know. Sheila just needs to sit down and stop. Just back down. Just back off a little bit.
Do you know the story behind the name Sheila? What is that?
I have no idea. I heard that on y'all's panel when something
Oh,
phone number.
okay. I don't know either. But
Yeah, and I don't know if, but the name sounds good. I'll go with that.
it does. It fits. It fits.
Oh, Sheila.
Yes. Oh, Sheila.
Oh, Sheila.
Every time she mentions Muppets, Lisa D, Lisa H, Nana Patty, Davita, or Bitey, I swear, yeah, and Jamie Lee, and she's got a list of
Okay,
a
there's
list of people a mile long that she.
there was an episode she did where she was going to quit YouTube, and she came on and was complaining about her channel and all the things, and she didn't know what to do, and algorithm and hell to the no, tagging her was killing her business and taking food off her children's plate. I've heard it all. But then the list of all these things that have happened to her, she writes out and is going to make a video and send to all these places, whatever. So everybody that she's had a grievance with, she goes through what they did done to her. But then everybody gets lumped in the, as I call the everybody's and thems, where she's been swatted and all these horrible things have supposedly happened. So you never know who did what, and even then the story changes from time to time. It's just like this victim list of the manifesto. And I literally see this piece of paper rolling across the carpet with all our names listed, and it just gets longer and longer and longer and longer. It's just great. It's just not cool. But go ahead. So I just wanted to say that to your story. You literally can add name after name after name after name.
Sorry, I was muted. Sorry. Natasha said, "Was it Sheila Miller?" No, it was H. It was the last name was an H.
Yeah.
Was it Harris? I guess. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know.
That's what the name came up on Amy's phone as.
Yes. Very strange.
But and that could have been coincidental. I don't know. I don't know anything about all that. I've never been told.
Well, someone's suggesting, could have been a three-way call, somebody recording it. There's certainly doesn't paint her in a good light. And I know she'll never explain it because, she's above all of that. Art Studio 504 made a video that frankly scared me. You're scary, Art. Don't be mad at me ever. I guess Merb is coming after her. And Art Studio, if do you want us to drop your link in chat? We can make sure that people can find you. I don't know what she's doing to you, but she better knock it off, because I know, I'm just saying I would knock it off if it were me. Your message came through loud and clear. Absolutely would I not mess with you. And I'm sorry that she did. I guess she doxed, I guess tried to doxed her last night. And for that I say shame on you, Sheila. Shame on you for that, for doxing yet another person. You're disgusting. And Randy, are you coming back? What's going on? You're muted, Randy. Do you know that?
Have I been muted this whole time?
Yes.
You've been real quiet. I was thinking,
I've been talking this whole time too. I've been talking, saying stuff. I've been saying, no, it's not Miller, it's Harris. And I thought y'all could hear me. Nope. Jim came in to tell me good night and all that. But
okay. Night, Jim.
Yeah. But yeah, there's the link. And what else was I was about to say something else. Somebody said leave Sandy R alone. We don't bother Sandy R. She brings her up constantly. Let's make that clear. And let's also be very clear that Merb Carolyn can come in here at any time and take a link.
Right.
And you name the contacts in your phone, not the caller calling in. Fact. That's true, Rosalita, except the first time they call you, which they had a go-between that gave the number, that gave Amy's number to Carolyn, okay? Yeah, I'm trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Right.
Um,
Yes, Amy
so
has explained that. She did store that name on her phone, but she didn't pull it out of the air. That's the
mhm,
name that came up on the caller ID. So
yeah,
that's the name she saved it as. And your an iPhone also will recommend names or contact names,
it does.
possibly Randy, or whatever. And it will and she probably just hit okay, save. I don't know why, but that's the name that came up, and I find that fascinating. I find that very interesting.
Thank you, November Rain. Thank you. I love my mods, and I think we have
I
such a great group here. I swear.
Yes.
remember Rain, and it's my birthday month, so I've always been partial to her when I see her in chat.
November Rain's good people.
Yeah.
She's awesome. Yeah.
Um,
So, okay. So what else do we need to discuss? What else do we need to talk about,
Oh,
Randy?
well, we can. Would you like to
Hold
pull
on.
up?
Nancy M, who are you talking about? I cried that night. You depicted me in a horrible way. What happened, Nancy?
it's probably how Merv talked about her after she left, or something. Who knows?
I'm sorry if
Or
that's
maybe
what
it was.
Oh,
I think it was the night. Maybe. Oh, probably for when I was telling you that story where there was a misunderstanding in chat, and Merv just lost it on her, and she had to call in and
oh
the
yes, yes.
live picked up, and you could tell by her voice, and she was, oh my gosh, no, Merv, I'd never do that to you, and was just so upset, and I could,
Yeah, she said
you knew
Merv.
it, feel it, it really upset her. It really,
Right.
Over napkins.
he attacked
That
her.
is something.
It was
Yeah,
horrible.
that I brought up. The other day on the phone, I was like, that's something that people that set up on a channel need to remember. Those are humans down there, and when you yell at them, they have feelings. It hurts them, just like we have feelings. We want to be respected, so we should show some respect to
Right.
people, and never. Everyone is. No, I don't think is. If anyone is saying that snow remover has been ordered here, knock it off. Please get along in the chat. Um,
If you don't like what Snow Remover is saying, please, you can block them. That's okay.
yeah.
We don't want fights, and
She doesn't have to
but
defend herself for liking who she likes.
right. Um, Here's the thing that I just thought of with Nancy M. Like, I don't know Nancy M. She's just a person in the chat to me. I don't know her. Like, she's not a friend of mine.
Oh,
But I feel like well, it seems like you guys might know her, but I don't know her myself. But I feel like she should be allowed to say, "You hurt my feelings. You
Mhm.
hurt me in some way." She should be allowed to say that without the fear of being screamed at, embarrassed, humiliated, doxxed, threatened.
Mhm.
Like, she should be allowed to say that.
I forgot. She did go after her again the other night. I heard apparently where she works with some children, and Merv was saying you shouldn't be able to work with children. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, see, that's bullshit.
that's
That's not okay. That's not
don't do
okay.
that.
I have
I
that
know,
clip,
Charlie.
Charlie. I clipped that where she said, I don't know. Tell me when we can start showing clips, because I got some great ones.
Oh, let's do that. Let's
Okay.
show clips. Yeah, that'll be
Okay.
fun. That'll
So
be fun.
I got a few from last night. There's only so many I could take. Let's see. Most of them are from when Jonice was up there. Those of you who don't know, Jonice does not like
Oh.
us, and she is not well herself, and she decided it would be a good idea to jump on Mommy Rambling's panel and talk about us, because that's all she ever does. Every chat she goes in, she's talking bad about us.
I thought we were gonna do
Um,
fun clips, but okay, that's okay.
What?
I said I thought we were gonna do fun clips, but that's okay.
Well, they involve her, so how are we not going to? It
Yeah,
just said
you're
that
right.
all the
You're right.
all the clips
You
I
are definitely right.
have her in it. So, rebutting her words is not harassment. Yes, remember that. Remember you
Yes.
said that, Tara, because this isn't harassment. I'm not coming at
No.
Jonice. She's allowed to go wherever she wants and say whatever she wants. The problem is that Randy and I have for years now, literal years,
Mhm.
asked her to leave us alone.
Begged.
Stop. We don't talk about her. We don't fight with
Ever.
her. We don't attack her. We leave her alone. The problem is that the stuff that she says about us is often not true. And she can say that that's not true, but it is. It's lies. And you know, I guess I don't expect her to tell the truth about us. She doesn't like us, so fine, fair enough.
So of
But
course,
we're
advertise.
allowed to defend ourselves, though. We're allowed to say this is not true. You're lying. Please stop. And so we're going to do it. Yeah, Jonice, stop it. Exactly. She goes into Whiskey's chat and does it. It's just paragraph after paragraph after paragraph of how terrible me and Randy are. Even last night on Merbs, it was Merb. You could tell Merb was fed up with her because, you know, she doesn't know who Natasha is. She doesn't know who Save Robbie is. She doesn't know who anybody is but us. And so Merb kept trying to, you know, steer the direction into, you know, you or Whiskey, or I'm not Whiskey, I'm sorry, or Natasha or whoever. And Jonice was like, yeah, but that Wendy and Randy, man, they're horrible. You know, she kept, you know,
Yeah, and she said,
terrible.
Jonice, let's talk about Amy.
Mhm.
Right.
And Jonice is like, yeah,
Amy-
Amy. I feel bad for Amy. They're using Amy. No, Jonice.
Right.
See, she's
We're using
go
Amy.
get somebody
You
other.
don't know
Oh,
anything about
Yes.
what's gone
Hell
on
to the
between
no.
us and Amy. You have no idea what you're talking about. You just don't like us, and so you needed to say so. So well done, well done finding another panel that wants to hear your crap about us. Thank you. Appreciate that. So all right, so now we'll get to some clips. Let me
Okay.
change my audio options here.
and apparently this lady, whatever. It just I don't even know. I can't.
Speak right up. It's okay. You can.
Okay,
say whatever
well,
you want.
she must have some sickness. I mean, bless her heart. And then you've got Amy, but Merv's going to drag them. Like
Right.
drag
Right.
somebody into something and put them in the middle of it. Just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Well, Merv was really excited at the thought
I'm-
that, Jonice would have so much to say about us. And it was all lies, of course. It was all lies. But, that was fine with Sheila.
There is one thing that
Look at-
when and if you clip, I'm sorry, if you clipped it, I'll clear it up, okay? Because and I'll do it right now, Jonice. I apologize. I did absolutely get mixed up when I said and I'm wrong when I said that you got on Laura's panel and called us a bunch of names that night that you won the cussing contest or the what was it, dragon contest or whatever it was. I thought you were talking about us that night, and clearly you was dragging someone else. I apologize, Jonice. I'm sorry. I'm so freaking sorry. I'm sorry that I met you. I'm sorry that you tweeted me about Kanye, and for the love of fuck, I am sorry for getting mixed up and saying that. I'm sorry.
I remember her now that you said that because I remember y'all have been having. Okay, that's
Yes.
the lady that had a lot
We've
of.
been having problems with her for a long time. I think, in my
God,
opinion, I think she is a bully.
No.
I'm sorry that she's not healthy. I wish she was. The problem is that anytime Randy and I defend ourselves, because we don't attack her, we don't go stream to stream
Right.
talking shit about her. We don't do that. She does that. She goes stream to stream, and the only attention she gets is when she's talking shit about us. So she's picked up on that, and now that's all she does. And now she's on panels doing it. So that's great. And every time Randy and I try to address it or God forbid, defend ourselves, we get told that we're attacking someone with cancer.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And
And that we lied about
I'm
not
about
knowing.
done. I'm about done with that. I'm about done with that being okay, because I'm tired of being attacked by any damn body, sick or not. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
hate that she's sick. I wish she wasn't. I've tried to make amends with her. I've tried to apologize for things. I've tried to call any kind of a truce. I feel like I've been more than fair.
Well, then they're okay over there together. That'll be good. That'll
Yeah,
be
they're a
good.
perfect match,
I
as
went
far as I'm
over in
concerned.
her
Mhm.
comment section and I said, here, let's talk on the phone, talk this out. I don't know. I don't understand, whatever. And just know when, okay, I hope you clipped when Carolyn says, Randy's chat wished cancer on me, which never happened. Never happened. But guess who did wish cancer on all of us? And then specifically said Randy and her kids.
Yes.
Jonice's best friend.
Right. That's been my issue. That's been the problem from the jump with Jonice. She came into this community absolutely loving, supporting, kissing the ass of every horrible person in this community. Sorry. I'm sorry if you guys don't like it. That's my opinion. Corey being number one. Corey, who has wished cancer. She's on all of us and our children. She has with death on people. She's told people that the death of their child is their karma.
Yep.
She's told people that their children are junkies and that it's your fault as a parent. She has said the most vile stuff, I think, of anybody in this community. And there's Jonice. Corey's my BFF forever. She's my best friend. She's such a beautiful person. Oh my God. And then she'll start crying. She's a beautiful person. No, she's not a beautiful person. She's a horrible demon. I don't understand why you like her, but you do. Peace to you. I don't understand. I don't get you. I've never gotten you. I don't.
Once you talk about my kids, I may not say anything about you. I'll never mess with you. I will never mess with you. But you know that we had a lot of people over here that said to Jonice, you know, you're picking a fight that you don't want. And then we got these other people running with, we picked the fight. No, it started over. I was tweeting with my friend Kanye. And
I'll say the Kanye part just tickles me, and I don't even know that.
It was ridiculous. And she, as per usual, as per Jonice,
Okay.
that's what she always does, jumped in the middle of it without having any context and attacked Randy.
yes,
You
and
always have
said,
to do this. You always have to pick on the weak people, like Kanye's weak. It was the dumbest thing in the world.
I'm like,
It was
you
so
know, the
dumb.
Ye can handle himself. And I literally said that, but I'm like, you know, this is about Kanye, right? I mean, I'm looking over my shoulder like I think I left Earth. I think I'm in the Twilight Zone. And that's what it was about. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of the back and forth, she said she had cancer. And
Right. And people try to say that, you know, we knew she was sick. I knew that she had all I knew is that she was sick. I did know that she had HAD at one point. I knew she had cancer. I didn't know she was currently fighting cancer. I didn't know what kind of cancer she had. They've twisted around an exchange that I had where I was talking about Laura, and they turned that into me saying that toward Jonice. They've run with that for a year now. I barely talk about it because I can't care. I've said sorry. I apologize. Whatever. I didn't know. And they don't want to believe that. They don't want to believe that. But when Jonice herself makes fun of an autistic child who's singing,
Oh, good
because
grief.
they don't sing perfectly.
Yeah.
So she's making fun of that child, saying that they need to try out for American Idol. Ha 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 ha. You know, you're making fun of an autistic child, Jonice.
who loves
Then
to sing.
She who loves to sing. Absolutely. Thank you. She gets up and says, I didn't know. So it's okay for you to not know, but it's not okay for me to not know. I gotcha.
Right.
It's just that kind of crap. It never ends. That's why we don't fuck with her. Just stay
Yes.
over there and leave us alone. But she constantly clips us, constantly in chat to chat. And lately she's ramping up, going from chat to chat. And now this panel,
Thank you,
jumping in
Warrior
a fight. She doesn't know any of the players. She doesn't know any of the history. All she knows is that she doesn't like me and Randy. And that makes her best friends with Merb.
Oh, good look, Merp. Good look for the channel. Just good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder why we're in the toilet. But okay.
And that's what it is. Yeah, it was a joke about Laura and The Office. Yes, and it was.
What?
It was a joke. It was a distasteful joke, absolutely, but it wasn't toward Jonice. And I had no idea what kind of cancer she had. I didn't know until the next day when people were all pissed at me, and I'm like, "What is everyone so mad about? Explain." And then they finally explained it, and I was like, "Oh, gotcha." All right.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is that wasn't toward her anyway. That was toward Laura. And the bad news is it's a bad look anyway, regardless. And I apologize. And I did. I apologized. And I meant it.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
But it's never good enough. It's never good enough. Doesn't matter.
But I'm telling you, Jonice, you're pushing to a point where I want to fight back. And, you know, we've let you do this for a year.
Right. And she feels, you know, like God told her to go live and talk badly about me and Randy. Okay. Well,
That's
I don't
not
think
God telling you that, Jonice. That's the devil.
yeah,
God doesn't do that.
I don't believe that. Sorry. So anyway,
She got on panel, and I can prove this, and lied and said that she didn't come to me about that tweet. She came to me to bring me to Jesus. What? You didn't. That's
we don't need you to bring us to Jesus. We're not interested in your Jesus. Thank you. I don't want to be with the Jesus that makes me love someone like Corey. Sorry, Corey is a whole demon. I think it's weird that
Yeah.
you want to be her friend. Go be her friend. Lord knows she needs all the friends she can get. All right, so let's. This is about the text messages. This one I thought was funny. That's why I grabbed it. So
Okay.
let's play this.
Okay.
ADHD. It's like
I have
severe
ADHD too. I know, and that's why I text the way I do. And Wendy and Randy are like, I sent her
Don't make
40
fun of-
messages. No, it was one paragraph, but I just enter it after every sentence because that's what I do.
they're professional at twisting things.
Oh, I
They're
know.
professionals and manipulators.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So we took your 40 text and manipulated that you texted 40 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you text 40 times, or I'm sorry, when you text a paragraph in 40 individual lines, that's 40 different texts, Merb. There's no twisting, there's no manipulation, Joni. Settle down, Joni. Settle down, ma'am. There's no manipulation, there's no twisting of those facts. Those are the facts. Nobody manipulated that. That's if you have a paragraph and you text it in 40 individual lines, that is 40 texts, ma'am.
That's your phone going ding, 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 ding,
Yes.
ding, ding, ding.
That's what that is. And yes, we're going to
Think
make fun
about
of
that.
you. We are.
If somebody does that to me, blocked.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. And let's remind everybody, she was doing that to Amy while she was
She
on
was on a
panel
live stream.
for the first time ever, trying to explain this horrible thing that had just gone down where she looked like a terrible friend, etc. All these lies that have been told about Amy, that she was extorted and none of which is true. Still no proof has been shown. Messages being shown without Amy's permission. All of this shit. So Amy's having to deal with all that when in the background, ding, 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 for 40 freaking minutes. Ridiculous.
And
And
she
you wanna
said, this
say that
all
that's
happened
one-
in 1 minute. Mm-mm.
No, it wasn't 1 minute.
No, you could
Absolutely
tell her
wasn't.
audio was going out every time she got a text message.
Right. You can't type 40 individual texts in a single minute, not with their complete sentences. No, that's not how that goes. So I mean, talk about manipulation. That's what I do. That's how I do it. But Wendy tried to say it was individual text. It was individual text. We showed it.
It is the truth because there's been many screenshots put out that she's done
Yes.
it.
We've shown it. We've
when the-
shown the
when
messages.
the
They're
group-
individual.
There was a bunch where it was an insane amount in one day. We've showed it in Slack over that weekend when her group left with the mods and they left their letter in Slack. She went crazy for days and days. I wrote a community post at one. I remember I think it was a Saturday. Don't hold me to it, but there's a community post somewhere where I say, please stop, log off. I can't keep up anymore.
Right.
I got so far behind and all the videos to be made and all this stuff coming out of Slack. It was like, holy cow, just stop. And she just kept on and on and on and on and on. And she sends texts to people when they leave and gets mad and just
and
bombards.
harasses the hell out
Yeah,
of them.
Their
That's it.
their emails blow up till they have to end up blocking. I'm
Yeah.
not saying everyone by any means, but there's quite a few that whatever.
Yeah, that's an instant
No,
block or an instant. It's usually what it is first is a silence on my phone.
that's
That's when you get
point.
silenced so that my phone doesn't ding and you can just write all the messages you like and I'll get to them when I get to them. But I'm not going to hear 40 dings, ding, 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 as I'm trying to have a conversation with people on a panel in front of 500 people. The
Yeah.
hell?
Jackie Brown. Right,
There's
Jackie
Deb
Brown.
move. Like she was one of them I was thinking in my mind. 521 texts right after the other
Mm-hmm.
that night because she was leaving and said she was tired of hearing her and Jimmy fighting or whatever. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
So, but
Neurotic. Absolutely. Neurotic.
521. 521. And I understand what she's saying. I get it. That okay, you say, I walked down the road, clink, and then I saw a squirrel, clink, and then I tripped over a snake, clink. But no, that bugs people. So maybe write your paragraph on a piece of paper and then copy it. I don't know.
No, I have to believe, and I still firmly believe that she did that on purpose to try to trip up Amy and then interrupt. She knew she was live with us. She knew she was on panel at that exact moment. She knew. She was dinging her phone the entire time she was up here over a period of about 40 minutes.
if you see, what she was writing, it was from poor pitiful her to
Yes.
Something to
I'm the fool once again. I trusted someone. I'm so sad. I'm so confused. Whatever. Blah blah blah. Okay,
I
here
want to talk
is
about me, myself, and I. Oh my. Okay, go.
right. And
Oh,
so,
yeah.
and so just as a reminder, Joni said that, we love to manipulate and twist. And no, right there in front of you, Jonice, that was the twist. That was the manipulation. It was right under your nose. That's what she tried to do by saying, that she can send a paragraph individually, line by line. And that's not texting line by line. Yes, it is. It's individual text. That's how they come through.
It's the miracle phone she has. Don't you
Right.
remember?
I'm
Miracle
sorry that you hate us so much that you can't hear the truth, Jonice. That's sad, but whatever. It's not the first time or the last during this stream.
Wow,
So
man.
let's
Wow,
continue.
Muppy. Why don't you just put the nails in my coffin?
Nice. Wow. No, it's not a guilt trip or anything, right?
No
Terrible.
manipulation there.
No manipulation at all. Okay, so here they're talking about how we're unhappy people while these two people sit here drowning, talking mad shit, lying out their ass. But we're unhappy people because we
That's
laugh
us.
on panel. Hilarious. All right, listen up.
Okay.
Please, come at us hard because if I get timed out, I would literally be like, I couldn't even say anything because I'd be timed out.
Yes, you're not welcome here. We've begged you to leave us alone. You're not welcome here. Please go
We want
away.
you to leave us alone.
Right. We don't want to engage with you. Why don't you understand that? We've asked you to stop clipping us. We've asked you to stop commenting about us. We've asked you to stop coming in here, and you don't. So we have to time you out. Bye-bye. You're not welcome here. We don't speak about you. Ever. But we'll keep going.
I literally was screenshot, everything I said in their chat.
Yeah, and
They're like,
that's
"Oh,
what
I
they
said
get nervous
horrible
about.
things,
Like, they
though."
get so nervous that you have
You have
evidence.
to have that.
Of course, we're going to have
That's
evidence.
it.
Any attorney tells you need the evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't
You
say
idiot.
it.
You're so dumb.
Yeah.
Don't write it.
What is she talking? You shouldn't say it. You shouldn't write it. Does she understand that Jonice is talking about Jonice's messages that are being screenshot? Like, does she not get how is she
They-
not following along in the conversation?
You didn't get the
Because-
screen.
Let's hear that again. She's not even paying attention to the conversation. God bless you. God bless both of you with your agendas. See, this is the difference between a panel of genuine people laughing, celebrating the truth, and a panel of mad, nasty bitches that just want to manipulate the truth,
Yeah.
and they're sad that they're being proven to be the liars they are. Boom.
Mhm.
That's the difference right here. They're
It is.
not even listening to each other. They're not responding to the comments that each other are making. They each have their own agenda and they're following it. There's no cohesiveness there at all. Watch, listen.
Please, come at us hard because if I get timed out, I would literally be like, I couldn't even say anything because I'd be timed out. So I literally was screenshot, everything I said in their chat.
Yeah, and
You know, like,
that's
I
what they
said
get nervous
horrible
about.
things,
Like, they
though.
get so nervous that you have
You have
evidence.
to have that.
Of course, we're going to have
That's
evidence.
it.
Any attorney tells you need the evidence
Yeah.
about all this
Exactly.
crap. Yeah, you shouldn't say it.
Sure.
Don't write it.
So
Don't
gross.
say it,
It's
and then you don't have to
fake.
worry about it.
Don't
They're
write it.
fake
Don't
laughing
say
like
it.
they're just so happy people,
I know,
right?
they know so.
They're not happy people.
They're not
They
happy.
gotta
Happy
talk about you
people
like
don't
that.
act like that. Happy people don't do that.
They
That's
gotta
right. Happy people act like these two.
Right.
This is what this is what happy looks like.
And
Examples.
she
Right.
calls-
This is happy, right?
Granny
Happy and
gangsters.
happier right here in front of us.
yeah,
You don't have to
we're,
worry about it.
Do what? Hell to the no.
we're granny gangsters now, she said.
Even though, come to find out that
Come on.
Carolyn is a year older than Hell to the No. 1 year older.
Well, and she's older than me. I'm not her age. She's
Oh,
older than me too.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm losing my voice.
They're
I'm
fake
48.
laughing like they're just so happy people,
I know.
right?
Jonice, how would you know anything about how happy I am? How would you know anything about my life? Stop pretending you know anything about me. You don't. I promise.
No, so
They're not happy people.
They're not
They
happy.
gotta
Happy
talk about you
people
like
don't
that.
act like that. Happy
If
people
you-
don't do that.
They gotta
No,
talk-
happy people jump out of bed and get on a live stream at 2:00 in the morning. That's what happy people
How
do.
happy people do.
Nope.
It's not.
No, it's not.
And do you hear the crying? She always ends her comment with the cry. It's not what happy people do. She's always cries at the end because that's not manipulation or anything, right, Jonice? Damn, you bug me. I wish you'd just leave us the fuck alone. Just
Wait a
leave
minute,
us
hold
alone.
on. So she cries too at the end. Her-
Always.
Right.
Always. It's always
Mhm.
crying. And that's why we get yelled at. We get in trouble by everybody because we don't dare disturb the precious Jonice. She's sick, you know. She's not too sick to get up here and lie about us.
Oh well. Mm-mm-mm.
All right. So here's the threaten to sue me part.
On
Oh,
half back that she don't know what it is. She
Oh.
offered that, right?
gonna
But
need
now she's like, you know, literally, she won't even attempt to respond to you though if you bring that up to her.
Right. And she's talking about me there, even though this is really about Randy. She's talking about me there because I did once upon a time with St. Jude try to think of ways that I could fix it because it was a disaster and I wanted to fix it. So I thought of things that I could do. Could I pay my half back? You know, since half of that money, you know, was supposed to come from me. Could I pay my half back? And then people made it clear that that was ridiculous because I didn't take any of the money. So it's not like I've stolen money that I need to pay back. I didn't get any of the money. And I'm not going to make the community donate money again that they've already donated to pay it back. So everyone we kind of came to the consensus that we just have to move on. I'm sorry you don't like that, Jonice, but I'm not responsible for St. Jude. I'm not.
She knows it.
And you know it. Everyone knows it. I don't need to pay back half. I didn't steal anything. I didn't take anything. I didn't keep anything. Whatever word you want to use. Diane, don't even bother messaging Randy about it, okay? I said what I said. Don't even bother. I didn't take it, though. I didn't get a dime off that channel, and everyone knows it. So, yeah, in the beginning, when I was freaking out and trying to figure out if there's any way to make this right, I did suggest, okay, I guess I'll pay my part back. But I didn't take any. So the only other option, if it wasn't going to come out of my own pocket, the only other option was to have the community donate it again. Well, I didn't want to do that. They've already donated.
Mhm.
So we all just agreed for me to move on. I'm sorry if you don't like that. That's how it is. That's the decision that was made by me and my community members.
It looks like the two over there can't move on. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. 100%.
They don't want to. Yeah.
Keep talking about it. Keep talking
That's
about it.
not, you know, this whole channel was brought because we kept getting drug into stuff and accused of everything in the world. I could go on with clips of that. She literally brought me, my friends and I into things that we had no idea what the heck she was talking about at all.
Right.
And I'm going to
And-
clear up. But you could go
and
ahead. But I'm going
Shauna-
to clear up. Oh, go ahead.
Shauna, you're exactly right. I was looking for a solution to an impossible situation. Yes.
Yes.
I was. I did not handle everything well. I freaked out. Of course I did. It was a disaster. And everybody was hurt. Friendships were being destroyed in front of my eyes. It was horrible. It was awful. I would never go back to a time like that. Okay.
No. Mm-mm.
So yes, in the midst of all that, I did come up with that idea. I didn't promise to do that. I didn't make any pact with anybody. It was one of many ideas, and it was quickly dismissed because it was an irrational idea. All right, here we get to the sue part, and then Randy can explain.
And what happened
No,
to
she
that? Oh,
threatens to sue anyone that even mentions it.
right.
What is she going to sue them for? People can have an
Tell the
opinion.
truth. They can't
Okay.
handle the truth. Like you can dish
It's like
it with lies.
yeah, you get a letter. Oh my gosh, I'm going to sue you. Why?
So messed up. I just don't.
But they
And-
can say anything they want.
Exactly though. Yeah, like Janice, we don't even talk about you. Like I don't care.
Well, you should
Okay,
care,
y'all heard-
Jonice,
you all
because
heard
we
that,
don't.
right? Hold on, Randy. You all heard that, right? We don't talk about her, and we've made that abundantly clear. She even knows that we don't talk about her, and her response is, "I don't care." Okay, then
Make
I don't want
sure.
to hear it. I don't want to hear it from a motherfucker anywhere that we're coming at Janice tonight because she inserted herself in this. She said she doesn't care. She knows we've asked to be left alone, and for her to stop, she won't. So fine. Sorry, Randy, you go talk about the suing part now.
Okay.
The suing
Wendy
part that I
has
didn't-
never.
I didn't even
Leaning-
say, by the way. I didn't even say
No.
that, but go ahead.
No, lean in, Carolyn. I'm the one that said it. I'm the one. The day that you decided to call us St. Jude scammers, I immediately called my attorney and talked to him about it. I told him exactly how many subscribers you have. That is absolutely, I can print out. I have proof of loss of income around the time that people were falsely accusing me from stealing from St. Jude. I can prove that I went from making some money to zero money because people were viciously lying about me. I never got a cent off that channel ever. And I can prove that. I can prove that I lost money, and I can prove that you know that because you've been told that and you've been warned. You call us a scammer, I will sue you. I'm done with it. Now, if a little pissant channel says what they say, whatever. But you with your 41,000 subs, you're getting sued, honey.
Yeah. All right.
And
So
you sue me whenever you catch me in a lie about you because I haven't told one lie.
right. And same with Jonice. Jonice, you know, they do it. They say everything. They can say whatever they want with lies. Name one, Jonice. Name a lie, please. I'll wait. Name a lie. You can't ever. Just like everybody else. They're such liars, but nobody seems to know what we've lied about. Please name one. You can't.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Sure.
Yes.
Whole thing with Nana Patty, Lisa D, and the law firm that we were in Muppets. I don't know. There's a whole list of us. Body Cat. She accuses like this whole last group of fraudulent fundraising and all this. When I first heard back from Nana Patty months into after they had left, and she was considering getting that firm, I told her, as hell to the no, would support that as long as everything was transparent as far as whatever they needed to do. And she talked to the law firm, and they said, you pay up front, we get her served, and then you fundraise. And so for part of that money, they did. And I saw not every penny, but I was right there. I saw things go in auction between Dandy and Nana Patty. It couldn't have been a more honest thing. Just because people do something in the need of the moment doesn't mean there's always ill intention. There are shady things on YouTube. I understand that, but that needs to stop. That was 100% the right way, and that she knows better. So quit saying these people are fraudulent and they've done something terribly wrong and they did some horrible fundraiser, and I don't even know what she was saying. But apparently she's been bashing that for that was last year, and she's still I don't know. It's ridiculous. But I just want to make that point that is, we've shown the documents. I've seen everything. If I need to put a video out, I have no problem putting out the exact receipts. I mean, there's no problem there either. This shady mess with money needs to stop.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know, just keep on and on and on. I mean, whatever. Maybe they're a little bitter because people aren't donating enough to them. I don't know. It's not my business. I don't care. I have a clip channel. You know, every blue moon I put you buy me a coffee thing under there. It is not paying enough to pay my rent a month, more or less, for the last 3 years, according to her. I mean, I don't even know it all. First it was 5,000, then it was 7,500. I don't even know what number we're up to now. But I've never seen that much money being made around my side of the woods for sure. And I know what was raised in that fundraiser for those returnees was 100% legit. So again, if she continues to say that, I don't have any problem putting the proof out, and she knows better, but whatever. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Okay. And I clipped this part because this is a very serious accusation that they make right here, and I want to make sure we address it.
Better.
Yeah, they do.
You can totally change how somebody views themselves by what you say to them.
Well, they
You know, not
try to
everybody-
do. I think more of the sick things I've heard that they are intentionally trying to get someone to hurt themselves.
I would
What?
doubt it because that makes them feel good, and I don't ever want to relate to them.
Do you hear this? Do you hear what she's saying?
I'm not trying to laugh. I was
Oh,
smiling.
okay. I'm sorry, hell to the no. There's nothing funny about this. I'm not coming at you, I promise, but this pisses me off.
Oh no. But
This
that's
makes
what I mean.
me
I'm laughing.
furious.
So stupid. I mean, I can't believe this
This
comes out
is
of my
this is enraging to me because this little
mouth.
this bully, this absolute bully, really believes this.
No,
And
she
what about
don't.
the shit you say about us, Jonice? Should we sit here and speak about how happy you are with your life?
I've heard that they are intentionally trying to get someone to hurt themselves.
I would
Hey.
doubt it because that makes them feel good, and I don't ever want to relate to them. Ever.
No.
Like, I don't even care what they say about me, you know, when they did that stuff to me. It didn't even bother me like that. It just showed who they was, you know, but still, they don't see who they are.
No,
What
there-
did we
there's nothing
say to
else
you,
to do at all.
Jonice?
Hold on,
No,
let him finish. Let him finish.
Sorry.
It's okay. Let him finish.
It didn't even bother me like that. It just showed who they was, you know.
Yeah, it didn't bother her, but she went on a whole campaign. It got the whole community riled up and still goes around talking about it, but it didn't bother her. You all heard that, right?
But still,
I heard
they don't see who they are. And
No,
that's why I
they're
try
not
to
self-aware
stand
at
up and
all,
say what
and
I
they have
do.
no conscience.
No conscience.
Wow.
Yeah, no self-awareness. Looking at you, girl. Looking at you, Sheila.
Mhm.
No self-awareness. Okay. Yeah, that's not true at all. Absolutely not. Do we want anyone to hurt themselves? That would never make us happy. Jonice, you should be ashamed of yourself for saying something like that. I think you're disgusting. You're vile. The only people that want people to hurt themselves are losers like Corey, who you love, who wishes us all to have cancer and die, and our children, but you
Who-
love her. That's your best friend.
Welcome, Sherry, to the Winner's Circle. And Corey, who recently said, this has been recent, said that what Tiffany Marie said about my mom was absolutely deserved and true. Okay, you may want to look into that before you co-sign that, Carolyn. Look how my mom died, and then look what Tiffany Marie said to me. And then look at Jonice's best friend who said that my mom was going to walk out of hell and drag me in there.
Oh, wow.
Okay? My mom who died of suicide.
Oh,
So don't you dare ever sit there and say that I would ever push anyone to hurt themselves. That's the trick you play on people. I know you're suicide baiting. I know what you do. I know everything that you do.
Right. Didn't she have a whole come apart on Father's Day and tell everybody that she was about to hurt herself
I
and
was
make
gonna-
everybody give up their Father's Day
Yep.
to pay attention and pat her ass while she was, but we want people to hurt themselves. No, that's your game. Okay? That's not our game. We stand up for the truth. I'm sorry you don't like it. We stand up for the truth. We don't want anything bad to happen to you. I don't even want anything bad to happen to Jonice. I don't like the bitch. I can't stand her, but I hate that she's sick. I wish she was healthy. And I don't want anything bad to happen to her, but I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to defend myself, especially if she keeps saying things like, if someone hurt themselves, I'd be happy. Fuck you.
Yeah, this is not
All
cool.
the way.
Nobody's trying
Fuck
to get
you
somebody.
all the way. That's not true at all. The nerve of you to say so. The nerve of you to pretend like you know anything about us. You don't know us. We have never been friends with you. Ever.
No, never.
Leave
we never
us
will be.
alone. We have
They
begged,
me too,
screamed,
Natasha.
yelled, pleaded for you to beg us, or for you to leave us alone. Fuck off. Leave us alone, and you won't. You refuse. So you must want this.
She
How
does.
weird
And
is that?
why did you see no red flags, Carolyn, when Jonice was typing in chat?
I just want to
Why
say
did
this
you-
is like, I mean, they really are. What you're saying about her is the same thing with Margaret. She didn't leave people alone. She
Yep.
didn't ever.
That's why they're perfect
She's
match.
gonna say, well, I was
They're perfect
obsessive.
match.
Oh no,
It-
no.
Jonice doesn't know anything about Merb. She doesn't know any of the history. She doesn't know any of the stories. And that's why Merb was getting frustrated with her. You could tell, because every time Merb would bring up someone like, say, Robbie or Natasha or anybody, Jonice would just run it right back to me and Randy, because she doesn't know any of these stories. She doesn't care about any of this. All she knows is that we're fighting with her. That's all she knows. And she got an opportunity, to get up and cry and be sad, have everybody feel sorry for her. Shut up.
Shut up.
Stop lying. The next thing I have are the PayPal receipts. Do you want me to show those right now?
Yeah, because these are a joke. Okay, these are a joke. We all know. Oh, they're up there already. I thought I had to add them.
Yeah, no, please.
Okay, so we could say that she's trying to say that all of this is stuff that Amy sent to her and gave to Hell to the No. Now, anybody that has a channel here and has received a PayPal, has it ever been for $111.11? $26.03? Or
that one right
Uh-huh.
there, that 1111, that is true because that is my birthday. That one is right, but there's a whole lot of these that are not because it,
oh, I see. November 11. I see.
I see that. Okay, so but look at the 2603, 2603, 2603, 2603, 2603.
there's a whole.
That's like
Yeah.
a payment to something. What is
That's
that?
an
That's not-
automated. That's an automatic payment. Look at the dates. Look at the dates.
I'm looking at the wrong
Two
screen.
right here. Oh, I see. Oh, I'm.
It's on StreamYards. Look back at Stream if you're on the StreamYard side, you can see it too. I don't know. It just seems odd to me.
50,
There's no names on this.
51.75.
These could be to anyone from anyone else. I don't know what these are. I don't understand. And still, I don't care if there are 10 pages just like this. Not one time has Amy said she was extorted. In fact, she has always said she was not extorted. So if you're not going to prove extortion, then stop, because
Okay.
this is just people's business that we don't need to know.
Well, the screen that I'm looking at has November and through May on it and stuff, and these weird amounts that are like 200 and 610, and anything
Yes.
weird amount would not be mine. I went through them not this night, the night before, the first time she did the screenshots with just the date, because I had things to do yesterday. I didn't realize these last night had amounts. But anyway, point is, I went through them line by line and looked at what I had, and the dates did not match. There's all kinds in there. It was very random, like maybe once a month, maybe 2 times a month, but they were like none of this.
Okay,
Crazy.
hang on. Debbie Doll said my $25 to Randy tonight cost $26.03. So those are super chats.
Oh, okay, okay. No,
Those
well, she
are-
no,
that's a-
she
it's a
sent
fee.
me. Hold on. Debbie Doll sent me a $25 tip in PayPal.
So that's
and-
a fee. And she has to pay. That's the fee
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
added
so
to that.
got a weird amount. Okay, well, that would
Okay.
make some sense, but some of these are still not mine. I mean,
Right.
I know
So
that.
that helps explain that. So
Yeah,
$25.
thank you,
$25.
Debbie Doll.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate
Okay, well,
that.
that makes a little more sense.
But still, even so, like I said, I don't care if there are 10 pages just like this. Okay. If you the accusation was you extorted innocent people of this community. And
Yes.
so far, not a single person has stepped forward to say you extorted them. Where's the extortion? Where is it? That's what we've been waiting for. We don't care that she's Heather. We
Amy
know.
says they're not real. Amy says I never sent super chats. They are not real.
Okay, no, they're not super chats, Amy. They're private PayPal
Hey, MO33.
donations. They're from PayPal, sweetie. Hey, MO33.
Yeah.
They're not super chats. Yeah, because Hell to Know doesn't go live and get
Mhm.
super chats. So yeah, they wouldn't be super chats. That was my mistake. I apologize. These are $25 that you must have sent her once upon a
PayPal.
time. And
But
for
to
whatever.
put this out and say, I'm going to show it. I'm going to show all the evidence. I'm going to show you the evidence. I've showed you the evidence. I've showed y'all the evidence. You still have shown nothing. No extortion. And well, Amy says they're not real. And but some of it, she said I got 111 on my birthday. But
That
the
was
thing
my-
is,
that
yeah.
from last night. I mean, from
There-
the night before when we went through it, because it was a weird amount. But then I looked at the
T-
date.
Yeah.
There was only one other one that was weird, and it was a $25 on one day and $24, and one for $1 on the same day. And I thought that was weird, but that's how it came through. I don't know why it happened that way, but that was a legit one. I don't know on her end if that showed on any of this stuff that Merb supposedly has, but it was just, it's insane. It's insane. It's insane what she's done.
Can you guys hear me okay?
All I know is
Yes.
at the end of it, I would never ever do what I'm accused of. But more than that, I just lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
it was something
It's
about-
not extortion. That's
would-
the point.
Yeah, I mean, again,
That was
it's a-
my fault. I'm so sorry.
no, you're fine. I'll think of it in a minute.
That's
But-
right, Amy. Whatever you gave to anyone is your business. That's right. It's none of our business what you gave to people. The accusation was, which would make it public business, that you were extorted, that people took advantage of you, that all the innocent people in this community were deceived by this evil Heather. None of this has happened. None of this is true, and you've never proven it. I don't care who she is. No one does.
but here is where
It
No.
broke my heart to say that. And even for Amy, the first day when she came on the panel, I cried hearing her. I mean, she doesn't want to have to put all that stuff out about her health. And to hear her have to get there and explain something, however, whatever happened, I try not to, it all hurt no matter what because of the way it came out from Merb to love to be that way. And to watch her get caught in the middle of it, in between, that's what is, at the end of the day, hurts me more. I can sit here and debate this all day long. I've told Randy I'll be glad to show her. I've gone through receipts with Florida Gray the other night when we went through all the dates. I have no problem. But this bringing her into it and threatening her last night and
Mhm.
saying now questioning whether she's even sick. I mean, come on, stand down. Listen, I don't care. You can make me look bad all day long, but leave her alone. This is not cool at all. And I'm trying not to say a lot. Oh, I know what it was. The other thing she showed last night was literally a screenshot. And thank you, Mark. The firm loved that. You admitted where Amy was telling you anything that you have been sent, you are not allowed to publish. And
Yes, we have that. We have
We'll
that.
have
Let me
that.
grab that.
Let's
Yes,
show it.
I have that.
for anybody, like you don't have the right to just do these kind of things to people. Like I don't know. I mean, I think I'm
Right.
just.
Another one that has asked you to leave them the hell alone and you refuse to do it.
It's
I
just
don't understand, man. Knock it off.
yeah. It was it's against the law. You don't have the right. People in our chat apparently were saying, "Is this legal?" And Kevin Leonard said, "Yep." Amy told her she could. Well, clearly, in that
No.
show prior to those screenshots said no. And I believe that's what happened because that's why she was blowing her up on your panel. And then by the time late that night and this comes out, Amy's probably trying to communicate, stop. And that's just my opinion for the record. But we'll all know soon enough because this is not at all good. And Merv wants to threaten that people want to take her down. She does it on her own. My channel is built on her destroying herself by herself. And that is the honest truth. Bottom line of all the things, your
Right,
behavior shows
And she
what you
yes.
say out, you know.
And she wanted to make sure that Hell to the No was stabbed in the heart, thinking that her friend betrayed her.
Yes.
We will give her that. You did.
You did it. Good job.
Yeah, you did stab her in the heart. She
Listen,
did cry.
You can make me whatever, but when I see other people suffer, I feel that and it hurts me. Whether it was Amy or somebody else that I barely knew, just a name, you know, that I see every blue moon, their story hurts just as bad. And you know, it's not right. Leave these people alone. You know, just
All right,
because
it's
they
backstage.
leave your
Right?
community or whatever. Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. It's backstage. Oh, you pulled it in. Okay. So it says,
And
this
it's
is
just the bottom one. Well, I mean, I just was trying to get the bottom one. What
okay, here it
Amy did to prove to me what she sent, she done a screen grab of all their text, and that's why you see the little video thing up there because I took a screenshot of the video.
So she's saying if you post financial info, there will be no going back. I did not give you anything or permission to use anything that may have been sent to you. Just stop. Give me a day, she says. But she's told you very clearly in writing that you've clearly received because you posted this screenshot to stop. You don't have her permission to show anything that she's given you. You need to stop. And I'm sorry, but I think that if you continue after that, that falls under harassment.
Yes.
She's given you in writing explicit instructions to leave her alone.
Now so I also have screenshots. She's saying she was showing all the calls and all this stuff last night. Okay. I will say there are calls to and from Carolyn and Amy. Now let's show the missed calls from Carolyn to Amy.
Okay, how many screenshots are there? Is there
Oh.
really this many pages?
Yes.
1, 2, 3,
Oh my
4,
God.
5, 6, 7 pages? 7 pages,
Yeah.
Randy?
No, yeah, there is 7 pages, but it wasn't. I
Okay.
mean, her. To be fair, Amy does. I guess she gets a lot of calls. Okay, and so
Okay.
it was hard to. Yeah.
All right, let me just take a screenshot of this one big page or this
Okay.
one thing, and I'll just show this. We'll show this.
Okay.
This will work. Because that is
Yeah. No,
excessive.
it's
Excessive.
yeah, but I just I didn't.
Okay. Here, I got it. Let me show it this way. We'll do it this way, sweetie.
Okay.
Let's see. Hell to the no. No.
Try
Boom.
not to
That's
Okay.
too many calls. Hell to the no. That's too many calls. Please don't call my phone 800 times in a week. Okay, here we go.
She's a back-to-backer. That's what I noticed.
That's too much.
That's a back-to-backer. A back-to-backer.
That's a back-to-backer. All right, well, here we go. Pull this in when you're ready.
It's in.
Okay. So we've got, holy cow, and it's all coming in under Sheila Harris. God bless. We need to know. Sheila, who are you? Oh, no, that's right. That she's saved in her phone that way. That's right. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to back Tuesday, another one on Tuesday, back to back Wednesday, another one on Wednesday. Here's some more Wednesdays, another Wednesday up here yesterday. Leave this woman alone. She don't want to talk to you.
Oh,
I
Sheila.
think you're blocked now.
Oh, Sheila. Did you?
Oh,
Yeah, she is.
Sheila.
Oh,
Did you count though?
Sheila.
There is like 17 missed calls.
Sheila.
So yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That one is
Just on
2.
these-
That one is 2. See, Sheila Harris 2.
Oh yes, there's 2 there. Good call, right? Good catch, Randy. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't see all that. Yes, leave this woman alone. She don't want to talk to you. She doesn't want to talk to you. Leave her alone. Yeah, red is not answered. So this is all the times that good
Hell
old
to the no.
Sheila
To the
took the
no, no.
phone and decided
No,
to give this woman a
hell
call.
no.
There's
Yeah.
a silence button on this. You know, if you click the screen under the number, I would have to silence that caller.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking that she did just block this whole number. Bye bye.
It's blocked. It's blocked
Yeah.
because last night she's like, Amy, you've got 5 minutes to come on panel, and I'm waiting for an email. And she waited 5 minutes for an email, and Amy didn't email her, and it was on.
Good. Yeah, I don't even think Amy should be watching her. Don't even watch her.
She didn't watch her last night. So
Yeah, your performance bar, by the way, I'm not watching. I don't care. I mean, just
well,
Callie,
the thing
Callie
is,
said
Callie.
there's- Go ahead.
Okay, the thing is, Callie, is some of that money it went to bills. That wasn't one specific person that money went to. That was different things that's paid out. I pay bills out of my PayPal. So
And the facts are, Callie, we don't know who those are to.
yeah,
there's
and
no
it's
name,
not anyone's
nothing.
business.
They could be
Yeah.
to anybody from anybody. We don't even know. There's no names on
Oh,
any of
another
those,
thing-
and it's none of our business. The question should be, where's this extortion?
Right. That is what we call, if someone had handed me, like we do receipts, and if someone had ever gave me that to show this is proof, I would say no, I wouldn't show that. That's not a receipt. I'm not showing that on my channel, because I would never ever use that. That looks hokey at best. And she tried to throw that up there again as a gotcha, because she wants to nail hell to the no.
I'm trying to look
And-
at I'm gonna look at my PayPal and see.
You
Well, in
PayPal your
fact-
bills too? Yeah, me too, Jack.
I do. Yeah, I use it sometimes for bills. Yes, but I want to see if that's how they show up, because when I'm looking at my activity, it has a name, an
It's not Amy.
icon. It has an icon there. You know, whatever picture they use, or whatever. Like, you know, Timu's on there. God bless you, Timu.
Same.
You know, like things like that. So my Google membership is on there. Like, so there's a name, there's a date, and there's an amount. I don't see anything that looks like what she put out. I don't
Yeah.
see that.
mine
That's really bizarre looking to me.
I asked Florida Greg when we were going through them, because I would read out whatever the message was under them, and mine are in a row. But more than that, when she said that about the screenshot where she said, you know, Amy told her not to put it out, then I love the fact that I hear that she admitted on air last night that she had given all the receipts to everybody in Zoom or whoever that they had seen the proof before she puts it on.
Ugh.
And I thought, well, that's even better, because you now
Mhm.
pass around,
That's great.
you know, stuff.
Here, Randy,
voice
put this
text
up. Put this up again.
if the voice texts were released too, I mean, that's great. I mean, I don't know how much more you can bury your own self. And like always, I just sit back and watch. She thinks I've been quiet. I was slithering away. I was just humiliated. No, I just let you keep running your mouth and saying the things you're saying and thinking that there isn't. Listen, you can say we all don't have a pot to piss in it or a window to throw it out of, but there is a lot of money around me, and there's a lot of money on the other side with my son, and to the tune of a lot. And it would not be wise to cross the line anymore. It's just not. I don't threaten. I follow through, and I just not going. You can't put that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. You can put whatever. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Everybody else's stuff, you better quit. You know, come at me, do whatever, that's fine. But leave all this other mess alone.
Yeah.
Leave
All right, so
Amy
I'm
alone.
just, I'm comparing this to my phone. I mean, maybe this looks like maybe this is a website, the PayPal website instead, and maybe that looks different. I don't know. I'm not seeing any names of anything, and that's just suspicious to me.
See, okay, mine, it says the name and then like, okay, say Amy gave me $25 or $5,000. Okay. Then beside it or right under it, it would have like my debit card where I send it to, or maybe it would have a negative where I donated to Dandy's auction, or maybe I
Yeah.
super chatted. Speaking of, I see Natasha in the chat earlier, and I didn't get a minute. That's another whole story, but I'm so glad to see her here and thankful for her supporting a lot of the ex-Ramblers and the channel on and off through this journey. I mean, it's been a journey. But anyway, back to that. Yeah, my screen just doesn't look like that, and that was one thing that concerned me.
Yeah, that's why I
and-
said it's hokey.
Like I said, I own what I do, whatever, that's fine. But just, let's, whatever.
Yeah. Well, again, the accusation was extortion. You've proven no extortion. In fact, Amy's been very clear that she's not been extorted. She does not feel extorted under any circumstances. She's asked you to stop speaking for her and stop speaking about her, stop showing things, and you keep refusing to obey that. And like I said, I think that we're getting close to harassment at this point. Knock it
I mean,
off.
let's ask Amy, are you feeling harassed by Merb right now? I mean, honestly, it's been day after day of you saying, Carolyn, stop, and her saying, you don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me what to do.
Right. Well, and mind you, Amy, is sick, just like Jonice is not well. Amy
Right.
is fighting for her life as well. So she doesn't
Yes.
certainly need the stress. She doesn't need the stress, Merb. Leave her alone.
Oh,
I think you got what you wanted. Okay, you got your man. You know who she is now. That's enough. Leave her alone.
Yeah, she always says you're not the boss of me. If I was you, I swear I would put that in my things to not say. And Charlie, let me thank you for the super chat. And Omar secretly is held to the no. Shh, don't tell
That's
him.
right. We're all
There's
held to the no.
Yes, we are all held to the no. Amy says, I definitely feel harassed by Merb. My autistic son made a video asking MRB to leave me alone. There you go.
Wait a minute now. Okay, she can say whatever. You've been dragging me for 3 days and everything in the world. You god awful human. You've done that enough. Let me say this for the record. 100% be glad to send anything I need to show. I haven't even spoke to Amy since yesterday for a very few minutes before. I think yesterday afternoon, was it, before she went on your panel? But it was way hours before. I have not texted her anything. And you are doing that much to her that her son's going to make a video.
Wow.
And I'm not even, and I'm concerned about her, but I don't want to bother her. I was hoping she was resting. And to hear that breaks my heart. Just stop. That's,
Right.
holy cow, Merv.
It's too
You
much.
are low, low, low.
Yeah. Leave
You
her
know.
alone. You've gotten what you needed out of her.
And
I don't know what else you could possibly need from her. Leave her alone.
And I tried to take it on the chin. I really did. Regardless of how this went down, and I don't have any ill will, but just stop on that.
Right.
I'm not mad at her. She doesn't need to be. There should be no in between. Just let it go. Whatever happened, happened.
Yeah.
Merv
Merb said something like, she doesn't want my prayers, but I'll still pray for her, like all whiny and sass. Stop it. Knock it off. Just leave her alone. If you want to pray for her, great. Leave her alone.
Oh, great. Okay, so Merb has done a community post.
Oh, here we go. She can't stay. I told you. She's so predictable. God love it.
You
wanna
really
pull it in? Pull it in.
Yeah, I'm sending it.
You have to
I'm put it in our messages.
Okay.
You really don't. Oh, bubblegum boobies.
Bubblegum boobies.
You've got to show Call It As I See It short she came out with, and then her community post too. They're
Yes,
both,
I saw that.
oh my gosh.
I saw it. We can show that too. We have
Love
it. All right. I got it, Randy.
You got it? Okay.
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Them.
Here it is.
And again, she's taken what you said and twisting it. But I'm the queen of twisting things, right? Yeah, that's me.
Right. That's what we do.
Heather,
We,
you're
we
in a
twist
So-
things. We
That's-
manipulate things. No, we don't.
trying to explain that you used to accept a call. What now?
Heather Schaffer,
Oh, good grief.
you are disgusting. You are such a POS trying to explain that you used the exact call that my son was passed away as a clapback. There are no words for evil like you. You are an abomination. Your disgusting comments made me more resolved than ever to take this to court. I will not stop to get justice for my kids, for my family. I will blast what you said to the rooftops in every grieving parents group I can.
Gosh, here we go. Here we go.
Okay. Well, here's the thing to that. The issue with that though is that this it's not illegal. I don't think what Heather did making
No.
any videos, it's not illegal. You will have no case in court. A. B. When you if you could make it in the doors of a courtroom, every piece of information that every threat, every dox, every bit of harassment, every lie, every disgusting slanderous thing you have said, Sheila, will be also admitted into evidence. And you know it. You have no
Yes.
chance in hell. That's not justice. If you want justice for your kids, keep them off the internet.
You don't see mine on here.
Protect them. Do your job as their mother.
Has
Do
anybody ever seen a video of any of my grandbabies?
Nope.
Never will.
I mean, I have, but privately, not on YouTube.
Yeah, privately.
Yeah. Protect your children. Be their mother. That's what you can do. Crying and whining to grieving parents groups when they're grieving their own losses. It's not their job to console and comfort you.
Right.
They're grieving their own losses in those groups. They need comfort and support, not your whining and crying.
But furthermore, Hell to the Nose said that she would, change some things about the channel.
Yeah, I don't
She
mind
said-
that one. I don't mind that one video that she's referring to. But even then, she just picks something else. It's just constantly something. That's why, at the end of the day, I'm not laughing about what happened with her son by any means. No, that is horrible. I came on the channel. Okay, whatever. She's going to lose her crap about this too. I didn't even know her, and I don't know her son. She loves to say that. I came on the channel when they were opening balls to just be funny and maybe get her mind off of all that was going on for a little while. That's how I came in the community, 100%. Not to be a moderator like she's saying, not to do all these mean things and do well, no, I really genuinely did. That's it. I would never. But she goes at people oh my God, it just makes me aggravated. I don't really want to say a lot out loud, but she just wants to keep going at people and doing worse than what she accuses everybody of doing. Like, she called my attorney on the phone one day over a copyright. This is the first time she took the channel down. She literally, like a month later, calls him on the phone. He's driving down the road and has no idea who this woman is. Didn't really associate my name and the channel in that moment because she is going ballistic. And there's a list of grievances. One was that I am abusing, harassing, threatening, bullying her children, that his name was behind the channel, that she knows, I don't know if you know, but she's using your name and that's where she's getting all her money, or sending something about the money because it seems to always be. And then what else did she say? I don't know. It was just all this mess. And finally, when I talked to him, he was like, well, I'll be honest. I went over and looked at her videos for about 10 minutes. Then I went over and looked at yours for about 10 minutes. And to be honest with you, he sat there and there was a pause and he said, God help you. I said, I know. Now do you know why I started this channel? He goes, yep. I said, well, let me say for the record, you have, and he said, well, I need to say something official. And I said, well, I already know you're not representing me. You didn't anything but that one transaction we did for the copyright strike to represent my name and my address so I could stay anonymous. And I mean, I laugh about it because it was so horrendous that she was contacting the FBI about him and me. Like that was another one of those that she repeats all the time at everybody. And the man was just like, holy moly. I said, yeah, now you know. This is when I tried to kind of explain a little bit when I hired you. This is this is what I'm dealing with. So yeah, I mean, it's but it was just funny that he got that call with her just going ballistic, making up all this stuff. Like he was going to call me and fuss at me and think I was a terrible person. And really completely backfired because he didn't even know, had forgotten, didn't associate her with the channel, had to think about it. Then, I mean, she had all kinds of stuff. It's bless it. She's our Jonice in our community.
Mm.
I don't know.
Wow.
No,
Well, yeah. Like I said earlier, I don't understand why she thinks that she's gonna. How selfish is this? Even this comment, I will blast what you said to the rooftops in every grieving parents group I can. Am I the only one that sees that as completely selfish? The grieving parents don't want to hear about your YouTube beef.
it's
No, they
just,
don't.
They
It's-
don't care. They're grieving. Why can't you offer them some comfort?
was
Do
it 2 weeks?
that.
It was 2 weeks ago. She got kicked out of 5 chats because literally everybody was talking about Gannon, or not so much the topic at the moment. It kind of was towards the end, but anyway, there were some great streams that were going on, and I saw the replay with Duty Ron and Glare, and I don't watch them a lot, but it was very nicely done in the moment, and she could not stand it in the chat, going, "Hello, what about me?"
Right. Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, we saw
Yeah,
that. I think we
and
talked
all,
about that on this
all this
channel.
about my son, and everybody in the chat is really focused on what
On
the
the
show was.
topic.
Yes,
Yes,
and it
the
was so
nerve.
rude.
The nerve of people not to, oh my God, she's here. What? Stop the music. She's here,
No,
everybody.
but in that one
And
chat, she
play
said,
the.
she says, can y'all see me? Can y'all see me?
Quit being-
Yes, honey, we see you.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes.
never trolled her at all about that. The only time I came in, and it just happened to be at the end of the Glares, or I think it was Glare, and I told her, I was like, "Can you not read the room? Nobody is saying anything back like hardly at all to you because you're in here like, oh, it's so ridiculous.
Right.
All about what they've
I-
done to us for
you know,
years, and just blah 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 blah."
You're not going to have a case in court. You have more than enough evidence mounted against you, Mommy Ramblings, Merb, Carolyn, whatever, Sheila. You have more than enough evidence against you as well. All of that will come out in court as well. You don't stand a chance. If you want this to stop, then you need to stop.
Oh, and then let me say something else, Natasha, while I'm sitting here and thinking about it. There's so many things. My mind's going in, and I apologize. I've seen screenshots of where Merb has been in a chat, we'll say, where she dropped all that stuff with one Natasha. It was like one thing after another about her children, the link to their jobs, the link about her niece and the little boy that passed away. I mean, it was like a whole row of things, and it was all in one from Merb.
Right.
It was like,
And she has her nerve making
and it
demands
was
about
me.
other people,
I'll
about
send it.
people and her children.
I've seen
That's
that.
the thing. Like, she
And,
needs to stop it herself. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, the other thing is she knew also by the time there's 2 say it to my face videos where she gets mad at some of the sex ramblers that were on the panel with Natasha, and she accuses Natasha of talking about her son. And that's the one that everybody remembers where she's holding up her son's picture, God forbid, in that stream. And
Yes,
they're,
and
I think,
screaming.
4 hours each, or 2 hours and 2 hours, but there's 2 videos back to back. In between those 2 videos, there's a pause, obviously, because she starts another stream. At that point in the mod chat, she was told, no, Natasha did not mention your son. Does she start the next one and correct it? No.
Nope.
She drug the hell out of us.
Wow.
One that she drugged.
What? Are you serious?
No, I'm not
Yes.
playing it.
Say that again. Say that again. Oh, you guys, did you hear that? Did you hear what she just said?
Yes, she knew. She knew without a shadow of a doubt. She says in the stream at first that she didn't watch it. People told her about what had been done. And then later she says, no, I didn't watch it. But anyway, between the 2 streams, there's I call it part 1, say it to my face, and there's a part 2. I believe, don't hold me to 100%, but I think they're 2 hours apiece. In between what I call take 1 and the second one, there's a mod chat where they were talking about things and telling Merv what all was going on, and it was admitted that Natasha did not talk about her son. Robbie, they played a video. We've proved it before. They play a video for 1,000 times. It's been proven for a fact, but I have also seen where Merv knew. It wasn't like she found out later and just didn't ever apologize or take the streams down where you were completely wrong, and then drug all of us in it too. Not only she went after Natasha's kids, doxed them, talked about where they worked. I mean, this venom went on for 4 hours, but she brought me dreaming.
Well, and so do you agree then, or what is your impression? Do you think that she does this as manipulation, like it's an act?
Yes.
Because the screaming, the over the top crying and sobbing, the slamming her hand against a picture and all of this, nasty, ridiculousness. threats, constant threats, hysterical crying. Do you feel like some of that is disingenuous?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all a performance. There's no, you know it is, and it's
Because her
all
channel's dead and she knows it.
well, and it's always stemmed off of some little something happened, and to deflect from that, we go crazy this way. Opposite the opposite, direction,
Yeah.
and that behavior also. It's just been over and over. I mean, if you really watched her enough, you would know. I mean, from when I was around to where I watched her when I started making the videos around the beach last spring when I came on board, that's when her behavior escalated. And then she went on a vacation and all the things we know happened then. And it continued and it continued. And we had a little bit of break from whatever December last year for a few months. But for a while, it was really bad. Just the histrionics of getting on the, I've got so many emails I got to go through, and I just can't get to all the things I got to do, and then just come apart, just absolute come apart, and the guilting people and accusing people in between. It's just, I don't even know. It's so much. Yes.
Well, right, and I don't watch her. I'm not a big Merv person. I never have been. I don't watch her, so that's why I'm asking. I have said that myself before, though, because that's what I believe.
Yes, it's
But
so.
I wanted to get your
The dead dog. Okay, there's so many. The dead dog.
Yes, when the dog died. Yes.
Look at that whole thing. There were so many things wrong about it. First of all, you start off accusing us, as in the community, that we have killed your dog. Somebody's just absolutely
Yes.
there and said, okay, I'm going to pull up in the driveway and do something so horrendous. But more than that, we stomped through all this mess all the way up the hill, to show it live on YouTube in front of the boys, like, again, blur it out. But there's their little croc sitting there. That's for a reason. There's parts of things that are in those videos for a reason, because, like, my God, all her behavior prior to that moment, I can't stand, but that's the part that just makes it unbearable. Like, just
Okay, so
shows you that this is all staged. Like, come on, any other mother, well,
okay, so I have this one video of her with the call that here, let me see if I can put this in. All right, Randy, can you put this in, or do you want to put this in? Hopefully you guys can hear me.
Yeah. I
Okay.
can hear you.
So this is where she gets this call. I'm going to turn it up as loud as I can. Hopefully you guys can hear it. But listen to what the caller, because you can hear the caller. Listen to what the caller says. And on this, it says he says hi, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's not hi, but it's certainly not what she said. Listen to this, you guys. Listen to this.
I'm not putting you on speakerphone, so your little 15 minutes of fame is gone.
But you'll make sure to answer the call, right? So if you really hate these calls, why don't you change your number? Why don't you block these callers? Why don't you just accept calls of contacts in your phone? They make phones that do that,
It's a home phone. Unplug it. That's what I
Right.
did.
Shut it off. But you like this. You like this attention. So listen to what the person says.
Little 15 minutes of fame is gone.
You hear that?
Gosh, now talking about doing stuff to my boys.
They said, hey. Did
Yeah.
you hear it?
Play it
Did
again.
you guys hear it? I'll just play it again. Listen carefully, you guys. Randy and Heather, can you guys mute maybe? Just in case. Because it's really soft. I want you guys to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, now talking about doing stuff to my boys.
Plain as day. Hey.
Hey. They said, hey. And she's like, oh my gosh. Now they're talking about doing stuff to my boys. This is a lie. And this is evidence right here, Merv. This is evidence. This is the stuff that's going to be shown in court. If
You can
think
hear it.
everything-
Let's mute again. Play it one more time. With us
Okay.
muted, you can clearly hear it, especially if you have on headphones.
Right. I'll play it over and over and over again.
It's gone.
Right there. It almost sounded like a computer voice. Listen again. Right there. Did you guys hear that?
Yes. Hey.
Oh my gosh, now talking about doing stuff to my boys. Oh really?
Oh, really? You hear her freaking clapping seals? My God. You hear that, you guys? Did you hear it? Said, hey.
15 minutes of fame is gone.
Right there.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
And they say nothing else, no other words at all, no other words.
Now talking about doing stuff to my boys. Oh, really?
Oh,
No, not really. Whoever
No.
said that, no, not really.
Not really. Not really. That's the problem. That's this kind of stuff. This kind of stuff. This is manipulation at its finest. Trying to make
Yes,
people feel sorry
Cinderella.
for you.
Yes.
Trying to make people believe that your children are being attacked when they're not. It's shameful.
I would never say this is, you know, that I would never be able to even fake a call like that. Never could say someone said something about my children ever.
Right. No, but she likes the oh no, hell to know you're still muted, girl. Unmute, hun.
Okay,
She's
sorry.
like, oh no, she likes the people in the chat that go, I can't believe the nerve of these people to attack your precious children. That's so wrong. Take them to court, Merv. You're a hero. Whatever. She loves that. The ass
Yeah.
pats and accolades. She's willing to lie for it. That's how much she wants it. It's not true. Nobody's calling you, threatening to do anything to your children. You lied. Why do you do that?
All I can advise is that no one believe anything that there's some kind of threat or any kind of thing going on. She shows proof. I mean, that's
She's
the only
never
thing
proven
to do.
it. She's
And she
never
can't-
proven it.
no.
And I
The
said to
phone-
Randy, I said, anytime anyone talks about our children, we are up here with clips
Oh,
after
listen.
clips after clips. We put it on our channels. We put it out on every community page. All my friends share it on their community page. That shit would be out there. You would see it and hear it. You'd be inundated with it. That's how mad I would be. That's how much I'd
Mhm.
want the proof out there. And not only does she not do that, but she does this kind of shit where she makes up a claim that never happened. And says this person's talking about coming after her children when all they said was hey, and it was a computer voice at that. It didn't even sound like a real person.
Right.
It's
And, you know,
wrong.
apparently the
Well,
phone was,
look, when someone
it
go
was
ahead.
supposed to be
Go
me
ahead.
and Buddy on her home phone. I don't even know. Apparently she said that because that was in those notes that she's saying the phone ringing is hell to the no and Buddy Cat. I'm like, what does that mean? Like,
ridiculous.
no, I've never
I'll
ever.
be right back, you guys.
Okay. The thing is hell, I forgot what I was gonna say. I can't. If I lose it, it may come back. I don't know. It may not. 4 a.m. comes early working. Good night, Charlie. Thank you for being here. I just can't imagine saying something about my kids. I just can't.
Not that kind of calls. You know what I mean? That's just. That'd be the time I called the FBI. I can assure you, I'm very protective. That would not. You wouldn't hear me back on here for long. Like, no, you just don't. I wouldn't be live on a camera airing it. That's for sure. We'd be muting those calls. Why you're airing it. And she used to say, well, I'm doing that so this will be proof. But it's been going on for years. I mean, or several times. It's been more than one time, one night. It's happened over and over and over. Well, again, I don't know. I wouldn't have the phone on. I wouldn't let them broadcast talking to my children like that. That one's fake. They all are. I just don't believe anybody's calling saying that stuff.
No, I don't either. And here's the thing. Is and the crazy thing, it's if it's computer generated, that does mean somebody's behind it, but it's not looking good. It doesn't look good. And there's too many. When you have this many people that says this person hurt me, this person made me feel victimized, that's when you look at it. That's when you really need to look at yourself. I know that this is not going to go into Carolyn's ears. She doesn't want to hear it, but I'm telling you, you get what you give in this world. And if you just love people and make them feel special, they're going to love you and make you feel special. That's the way that this life works. If you make people feel like shit, they're going to make you feel like shit.
Well, they get tired of having
And I'm sorry.
hours a day. The ones that end up leaving that were in her Zoom or in her close, vicinity, they hear all the other stuff where it's just wears them the freak out. That was the words that somebody used one time. And I thought that's the truth. It just constantly, it's some saga all the time. Oh, you're not going to believe what's going on now. You're not going to believe what they're doing now. It just, stop. None of the creators let all this go on. They don't. They just do their thing and, you know?
Yeah, when because when we were going through being harassed and stuff, my home phone got just blown up, just call after call after call, and I unplugged it. Stuff got mailed to my house. There's stuff that no, it wasn't Amy. No, Amy's. Oh shoot, I hit something. Amy called, and I don't know if you know. Well, if I call someone, my husband's name. By the way, I'm hiding you from this channel, but when I call someone, my husband's name pops up because our cell phones. I guess his name is first on the cell phone bill. I just got sent a clip about Merv knowing that I didn't say anything about her son. So why has no one told me this until now?
I just got sent a clip. Oh, no. I meant, like, I've heard about that she knew. Like, we've always known she didn't know what she was talking about because it didn't happen. You can't prove the truth. The truth is she knew. She knew damn well between the two.
Because she won't admit it. I heard that too, but I can't prove it. And she's
all I have,
she
Natasha,
lied.
are statements, from people that were there that knew that she knew.
And some of the videos on your channel, isn't that in some of the notes?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I can't prove. I mean, you know what I mean? She knew. She knew.
I didn't know, Natasha. I didn't know that you didn't know. I've heard that before.
No, she's always said that. I mean, you've always said that too, in other clip channels, and I know called us. I see it.
Oh, there's not screenshots?
No.
Is there screenshots?
Let me double check. I don't want to misspeak on that. I don't think. God, it's been a while. It's a long time ago. Let me double check. I don't want to be wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. Natasha, I misunderstood what you said.
I don't know if I said that wrong too. So don't hold me to the actual screenshot. But it was told that there was I guess this is what I'm trying to say. In the mod chat, it was written. And maybe I said screenshot instead of that. Those people, those mods, those people knew that was there. I don't know that we have the tangible chat, so I'm sorry. Yeah. But yes, she knew. There was no doubt she knew between the shows. Anyway, she knew from the get-go. She just started up a live to deflect from all the people that were speaking out against her. She knew from day one that y'all didn't show it. Nobody was talking about her son that night.
Well, what makes me sick about that the most, and I didn't know that either until just now, Natasha, you can hear it in my voice where I'm like, what? What makes me sick about that is that all the mods that did know sat in that chat and just let her say it. No one said, you know what, look at mod chat again. We need to talk. My friends would stop me. That's what I'm saying. My friends would stop me.
Hey, Kate Kinsey, you better damn well believe.
Look at Discord, Wendy. Look immediately. Check your text messages. My stuff would be blowing up to stop me. She doesn't have one friend that was willing to stop her. No, because they're all in on it.
And let me tell you, Natasha, you've been here long enough to know by now, and I know you know this, and everybody in here knows. We've been here long enough. When you first get a channel, when you first start coming live, somebody will come in here and say, so-and-so is talking about you. And you immediately jump to conclusions and go off. But then the longer you get here, the more you vet what people come in and say. If somebody came in right now and said, so-and-so's talking about you, I immediately stop, go look, go hear it for myself. Somebody could clip it. I have to hear it. And that's what Merv should have done that day. Not went off. Someone told her. Because the live is still up. And she's like, I was told, and you did that. Get him off your channel. And it never
was that she was in cahoots with, and I like newstubers, but she was trying to help her, I guess, show some bad behavior in Natasha, but she had recorded that video of Robbie. They had made him look like he was in a tub and he was not having a good moment. And he did say some things that weren't very nice. And so she plays it not knowing, but regardless, that incited Merv to go crazy when she knew about that video all along. That just was another one of those deflection moments. Again, that didn't send her over the edge. It wasn't the fact of what he was saying about her son again. even though it was wrong, and I'm sure at one point it hurt, but she just used that to react and to start this whole screaming fit and
Mhm.
crying and bringing the whole community.
Because she knows
You're
that'll
all
bring the
going down.
views,
Yes,
that'll bring the views, that'll bring the
yes,
money, that'll bring the
yes.
sympathy, and that's
And
what
get
she
everybody
wants.
mad at Natasha because
Yep.
now she's a piece of crap forever. Well, no, because again, you knew. Because
You
even if you
knew. You
know,
knew it didn't happen, and
yeah,
her mods knew. Shame on every one of you
yeah,
mods. You are not good friends.
yes.
How
They're
could you
not
not
good
stop
friends.
her? How
Can't
could you
Speak
not
prove
stop her? The nerve of you guys.
the truth is right there. You can't improve it. You know, if something was said here, no, there wasn't. And I got a message from a friend at 4 o'clock in the morning, waking up. Hey, she's going crazy. I turn it on, and no lie, she's just going absolutely ape crap. She's calling dreaming a devil, and if you went through the fire, you would be a better person. I mean, I don't even know what all. It was just crazy,
Mhm.
crazy. It just the things
And
she
I,
said
I remember at that time
about
we was just getting covered up. Like, why ain't you calling this out? Why ain't you calling this out? Why ain't you calling this out? And I said, show me proof. If this
Yes.
happened, there's gonna be proof.
Right. And that's all we've been asking for all this time. But apparently,
Mm-hmm.
we want her to hurt herself. No, we just want to see the proof.
She's the one that drug. Well, it doesn't matter. I felt terrible that she drug her son's picture in there the whole time she was screaming. And on top of the fact that the little boys were there. But more than that, to get woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and have no idea what the hell's going on just because we spoke out on why we left Merv's in dreaming, as we've shown, and me and the other ones, we were very cautious on what we said. We didn't go at her hard. We just told the truth on our story on how we left. That was it. Wasn't anything ugly that day. And she, oh, it's ridiculous.
Destined Nation. Christy Love is allowed to be here. I don't care if someone is a Murbanite and they want to be in here. They can be. You know, I don't see her. I don't see her causing trouble.
She's another. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Merv,
no hug box,
don't blame.
because I like different opinions, and
I mean, it's okay. She's a loyal mother. I get
yeah.
that. No offense. Just, we have the right to kind of speak our side too. I mean, we're never.
Absolutely. I see, Destin. I'm sorry. I see.
Yeah.
Yes. The people that are hurt get to speak, just like Natasha.
See?
Well, she kissed my ass.
I know.
Well, this isn't
God love her, God love her. That's all I can say. Between the time
That's totally fine.
I've ever spoken to her.
Christina, though, I want to comment on this. She said she should have checked for proof before becoming unhinged. Made me sad to see the little one asking,
Yes.
"What's wrong, Mom? What's wrong?" and getting no answer. That was sad. And here's the saddest part about that, Christina. According to Heather here, she did know. She did have the proof. That means that whole unhinging was an act.
Maybe the first one wasn't an act. The second one. Yeah.
I wish I had.
True. Sorry, you're right. The first one, I apologize if I said that bad. Yeah, the first one wasn't an act. I thought you were talking about the second one, but if you weren't, then forget what I just said.
Well, I think she said in between the two lives. Yeah, there
Yeah.
was.
In between the two lives, she did know the truth, and instead of coming back, she came back even more unhinged, right? Didn't she come back just as bad, just as unhinged?
Oh yeah.
But I've called this out many times. I've said, hey, this didn't happen. Why is that still on your channel with that many views? Hello Starlight didn't do that. Why is that still on your channel?
Right.
All of it's monetized. Last night she was talking about me doing everything for money, trying to pit me against Natasha, blah blah blah. Like we planned all of this while Natasha was on vacation. Yeah.
No, right?
We don't plan stuff with Natasha. She does her channel. We do ours, and occasionally the two shall meet. We do share a lot of subscribers because these are people that have been hurt by you.
Yes.
Merv,
yeah.
I wish you cared about that. I wish you cared about these people the way they cared about you.
Sometimes you have to. Yeah, she thought because Jules thought came in my chat that, oh, Randy and Natasha's not going to like that. What's she going to do? Spank me? I might like it.
Hey, Paige, love you, sweetheart.
It's calculated scheduling. I'm like, hey, can y'all please act up while Natasha is on vacay? Please act up. But when it's but nice try at trying to get right, Natasha.
Right, Natasha.
But the that's why I said please don't show out next weekend while I'm gone. No, I don't care if y'all. It's
Why would she listen to her mods? Do you really think no one tried? I don't know, Mom Jeans. I don't understand their relationship. You're probably right. Maybe they did try and they got in trouble or yelled at for trying.
But me as a human,
I don't know. Hang on, let me finish, please. I don't know about that. I know that my friends would absolutely do everything in their power to stop me, and they wouldn't care if I yelled at them for it. They would say, "No, you're not going to show your ass. We're not going to let you. That's not
Yes.
how we do it." Sorry, go ahead, Randy.
Well, what I was going to say is, me as a human, I'm not going to let somebody be dehumanized and talked about the way that Natasha was when that didn't happen. It didn't happen. And she knows it didn't happen, and she won't walk it back. And I can't stand that. If you know something didn't happen and you falsely accuse somebody of doing something, walk it back. I've had to do it.
Absolutely. Well, that's why I try not to make accusations when I don't have proof of stuff. It goes
Same.
wrong every time. That's why I get proof of crap. That's why.
Yeah, that's why if I get a troll come in, you don't hear me say, I know who you are anymore, except for one. There's one person I can always tell who they are because they're so damn dumb, they won't change their verbiage.
Right.
Shout out
But yeah.
to you, girl. Hang in there. Keep living in shit.
Right. Like we've been here a long time. We know the games that trolls play. We don't believe anything unless we see it or hear it for ourselves.
Yeah, no. And if I was watching my friend become unhinged, I would step in, and that's where you have to look at your friends. And I can't I'm disappointed in some of the people that I thought that I had respect for. I'm just going to say that I am. And she never she hasn't walked one thing up. Last night I think it was. Yeah, it was last night where Jonice is up there and she's like, well, it's because Starlight has them brainwashed, and that's not verbatim. That's not what they think Starlight can do no wrong, and that's why they act like this. What?
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. That's not true. Starlight, I have gray hair on my head from Starlight, and she knows it. I have had many, many, many public and private conversations with Starlight. I don't always love everything that she does. She doesn't always love what I do, but she's a grown-ass adult. She can take the consequences for her own behavior. What she doesn't deserve is to be blamed for an account that you said attacked your child and called a sleaze. She doesn't deserve that. Mommy Ramblings, looking at you, Sheila. She doesn't deserve that. And you owe her an apology for that. But you'll never give it because you're a narc. And narcs don't give apologies. They don't do it. They die first. All right.
Yeah. Right, Lyndon. And usually, no, I never go off. Even, and I trust, you can ask Cynthia this. I trust Cynthia. But when she tells me that she saw something like, hey, did you get a screenshot? Did you get, and if she didn't, then I don't talk about it. I let it go.
And me and Randy do that to each other all the time. Did you get the clip? Yes, I got the clip. It's right here. And I'll send it to her. She'll send it to me. We don't just go off cock because I have a bad memory on the best of days. And the last thing I need to be is inadvertently lying because I didn't quote something correct. So I will always, every time I can, get the actual clip and review it with you guys together, and you can see for yourself. And let's react. What do we think of this?
Here, people would email me and tell me things, and luckily, a lot of times they tell me a timestamp or whatever. Because you also get a lot of in between, and they mean well in their synopsis, but it could be a little just like me repeating something word for word. I'm the world's worst. I have to go to I have to go to whatever it is and really read it because I try and tell my friends, well, this is something whatever with family I'm talking about. I think, oh my gosh, let me just read it. It's easier. Because
what happens is you say it and then they pull up the clip themselves and they're like, see, she's lying. I didn't say that. And then I'm like, all right, fine. You said something like that. My bad. And I've been burned more than once. So I don't trust my memory. It's bad on the best of days. So I get the clip. It's not hard. It's 2023, people. We can get clips of things. It's not hard.
Yeah, it's easy now. That's and God bless, the people that use the Proton Mail and email me. And if you're in here, get me a timestamp. You know, I'm not going to go watch a whole video. You
I
know,
don't want. Yeah, please. I don't want to search for 3 hours of crap. I just give me a roundabout. The first half, second half, anything. Give me something. Give me something to aim for. Please don't make me watch 5 hours of some
yeah,
person I can't
about a
stand.
couple of hours in, that'd be fine for me. You know, but
Something, anything. Do us a solid, please.
it's always the 10-hour long live stream.
I'm like, I have to really hunt through this whole damn live stream. The nerve of you.
No,
Yeah.
I usually just let that shit go. Okay, well, it happened fine. They talked about me good. Hope I'll go read the comments. If there's nothing said about me, I don't, you know, it's what it is. You can't.
That is crazy.
But her trying to, and I, you know, we got to remember this week has been exhausting at best because she started off the week with, I know who Hell to the No is. Then she's tried to paint Hell to the No out to be pretty much a bank robber. I mean,
everything.
Right. The burglar, the hamburglar. She's
yeah.
Good. Now I can't have a second date. Something about when I was on the panel, I mentioned having a date or two, and I didn't go on the second date. But she, I mean, the things she come, like, I don't even know. I have a really boring life compared to all the stories of all the stuff I do all day long.
She has a very active imagination, and
I'm not-
apparently is surrounded by people who will not only encourage that behavior, you know, but they'll die trying to not even stop her from making a fool of herself, which I think is sad. Get some better friends, Merv.
I
Seriously,
have
that's
quite a
sad.
few friends on the YouTubes as Hell to the No, and we communicate about life and what's going on, and I can't imagine just I mentioned dreaming, so I need to mention Carol Boyce. She passed away not long ago. It was a very sweet lady to our community, and there's not enough words. I don't want to get real sad, but it reminds me of the good times when you talk to your friends and you tell them on a good day or bad day or what you did wrong or could have done better. And Carol's trying to help me learn how to make bread, and she was so adorable. And she just, I mean, I don't understand. You have friends that call you out when you make bad mistakes or you do something that you question and you ask their opinion. And, you know, those are the friends I want. I don't need a yes
Me
ma'am.
too.
I don't want to
Yes.
tell me, you know what, your hair looks like crap. You know, I'm worried about you.
All
Or
right,
this,
well, I don't need that
Mm.
kind of friend. I do still want to be told that I'm beautiful every day. I mean, okay, let me live. Let me just have my delusions.
but
But if I'm up here showing my entire ass and lying about somebody and you all know it and you're not stopping me, that's it. You're bad friends. Don't do that.
No. If I'm out in
I'm gonna do
public
that.
and my hair looks like shit, I want you to tell me.
right.
Randy, I don't know what you're
I
thinking.
don't.
Get your ass in the bathroom.
No,
We're doing something
I
with your
don't.
hair.
Here's
I do.
No, I'll cry. Here's what I need you to do. Come over, give me a hug. I'll tell you. Come over, just give me a hug, and then just stroke my hair a little bit, and I'll just think it's love, and you'll just be fixing the problem. I'll never know. It'll be a beautiful day, and we can go on in peace. Just let me live, Randy.
Okay, I will stroke it down and just lay it down and
Stroke it
fix
down.
that cowlick. If I lick
When
my
Randy-
hand, pay no attention to it.
Yeah.
If you give a big lick on your hand first, I might worry, but I'm just saying.
Good
Listen, I
night,
had,
Melinda C.
you know, those
But
like stretchy pants, or I call them yoga pants, but they're kind of stretchy. We all wear them. They're very comfortable. And yeah, my friend, apparently she had liked hers for quite a while, and so she leaned over. And
I know
look,
what's happened.
the back of it had kind of worn to where the little seam was really struggling. I'm like, you can't wear those anymore. She goes, oh my God, they're my favorite. I go, I'm telling you as a friend, you cannot wear those. You can't bend over. They are no longer even around the house. God forbid. You answer the door and bend over. No.
We need to burn those. We need to have a little party and just burn them
Yeah.
all.
Yes, I'm going to tell you something that's hanging in your nose. I'm going to, you know what I mean? But I'm going to be there on the good days too. But anyway, back to Miss Carol Boyce. There was a whole thing, and I know y'all won't understand this, but some of the Ramblers where there was this, they will understand when there was this,
I know about the dolls.
the baby doll debacle. Okay, we'll just say that. And all I can say, God bless Miss Carol and her husband. And then he passed away, and it just, enough was enough. After 3 years, she wanted her dolls gone. She cared about Merv a lot for a long time, but then she saw the behavior and was done. She was not happy at all, at all. And she saw a lot of things with Carolyn that she disagreed with, and that I don't know what that how I have to put into words that lady speaking to me for a while meant to me, because she was very wise. And if you ever question anything on the 20th hour and you hadn't slept, you're thinking, what is this behavior? Why is this person being like this to people? Miss Carol was the one that could kind of put it in perspective. She just had this way, and you couldn't help but love her. And for the record, she loved those boys. She really missed last Christmas not sending them presents. It hurt her heart because she was a good person, even though she didn't agree with a lot of what didn't agree with Merv at all, but she loved those boys. I'm sorry, I'm losing my
No, it's okay. I feel like we should read this comment though. Look at
my voice.
Christina. Randy, could you click on it maybe and put it up on the whatever,
Yeah.
pin the comment. Thank you.
I got it.
Christina says she lights a candle for Kara Boyce, a candle for Random Guy Jeff, a candle for Dreaming, a candle for Margot. I hope I'm saying that right. A candle for Dana Peterson, pardon me. Feel free to add to this list if I'm missing departed ex-Ramblers. R.I.P. with
Oh,
Dove.
right, that is so wonderful. Thank you.
And I think that's beautiful to
lot.
say that. And
Oh,
all
I remember Random Guy Jeff.
I do remember Random Guy Jeff too. All I feel like is that this is why people went to that community in the first place.
Yeah.
They thought they could have this in common and they could grieve together. They could comfort one another, and instead she sucked the life out of everybody. And that's unfortunate. I hate that because, and she has her own grief, of course, and I know that. I'm not blind to that. She has her own grief. Maybe she needs something that YouTube can't give her. I don't know.
Well, and
I mean, you look at it,
but all of these people are people being missed. All of these, lots of people in her community, in our community, in this community are grieving someone right now as we speak. They don't need to be abused. They don't need to be abused on top of that.
And let me
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, my stuff is froze up. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. For the people that say she handled it wrong, she came back to YouTube too soon, I disagree with that, and I'm going to tell you why. This is her job. This is what she does. This is what makes her happy. And I've told y'all before that my nanny lost 2 kids, and when she lost her son, she was still at work. She was still working, and before she retired, he was 9 years old. That's who I'm named after. Anyway, she said that she wishes she went right back to work, because when she didn't, she kind of let the doctors, give her medicine to numb the pain or whatever. And she slept a lot, and then she had to wake up and grieve. And she just felt like she had, if she would have kept going, it would have been different. So that never judge the way that a person grieves ever, because no 2 people grieve the same. I've never questioned that at all about her. It's when my mom died and Nanny instantly got 2 babies to raise, of course she couldn't stop then and grieve, and God bless her for being the human she was. And I know that I'll get to see her again someday, but I will never judge Carolyn for that. I don't. I think that she probably did the right thing. She surrounded herself with love. But remember the love that I just want you to remember the love that you were given in that time, Carolyn, and give that same love back. Because my nanny would have stopped her day, no matter what, to sit down with a grieving person and listen to their grief, no matter how much pain she was in. And you could see the pain. My nanny lived with such pain. I don't even know how she did it. And I hope I never find out. And for that, I pray for you. But please look inside yourself and reach out to other people. How did I hurt you? What can I do to make it better? How can I make this better for you? How can I mend this? Don't look for everything that everybody's done to you. Okay.
Right. Or ways to dox them or punish them,
Yeah.
Look for ways to heal this stuff if you want to heal it. And I hope you do. I don't enjoy, contrary to Jonice's opinion and what they had to say last night, I don't enjoy seeing people in pain. I get furious when I see people in fake pain and manipulative pain. I get really bothered by that, but I don't enjoy seeing people in pain. That's not something I like. I don't take any pleasure in any of that. And I do pray. I do pray for Mommy Ramblings because I know she is grieving. And I hate that. I hate that for her. And I understand coming back to work, but usually when you go back to work, it's because it's like a healthy distraction. But she came back to work in this place. This is not I don't know if this is the place.
That's all she knew. I mean, all she had. I don't know. It is what it is. And, Carolyn, hurt people, healed people, heal people.
Yeah. I hope she heals. I do. And she may not believe that. I really wish that, but I do, truly.
No. Well, I mean, it's not like she was a ray of sunshine, before. I'm just saying, everybody, the people that you drag, they have grief too. Look inside yourself and look at their pain. I certainly can do that. I can see that there's other people that hurt. And, before you drag these people, think about the pain they're in. Damn.
Right.
Yeah.
But she looks for ways to punish them because they've disobeyed her in some way. And that's unfortunate. That's textbook narcissism. I mean, it really is. I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
I hate that.
And and the punishment is never enjoyable because it's always personal. It's always, a threat to your children, a dox. It's very personal because that's the point, is to hurt you. That's sad. But, well, we've been on almost 3 hours, so are we almost done, or how are we feeling?
I'm good. I won't have a voice left here in a minute if I keep.
Oh.
Sorry.
Heather, you are a hero to all of us. We adore you.
No, thank y'all for having me.
Keep going strong with your channel, friend. You're doing great. Keep doing it. Keep putting the truth out there. Don't be afraid of
all
it.
hell to the no. And again,
Right.
not one person. It's a community, and that's the way it's going to stand. And that's it.
Right. Amen.
But again, thank y'all for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Take this monster
Yes.
because she has to have all the attention. She's like a long-legged baby giraffe with no stopping skills, and she just runs into everything. And I mean, bless her heart. She's
your fake puppy is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. All right, love y'all.
All right, bye, honey. Take
Love
care.
Y'all have a yes.
Y'all have a great
All
weekend.
right. You
Bye-bye.
too. I think we're hitting the river tomorrow. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
That'll be exciting. Have a great time.
Yes.
Do we want to play before we leave? Do we want to play the Call It As I See It? Made a little thingy.
Yeah. Let's add it.
All right, let me add that real quick. Call It As I See It is hilarious. We love Call It As I See It. We're big fans over here. If you guys are not subscribed to them, you need to be.
I haven't got to see it yet, so.
All right, it's here. Tell me when you've added it.
Well, come on over, Muppets. Promise we'll have fun. It's added.
It's added. Okay. Are we going to end the stream again? Like the whole stream's going to shut down again because of this song. It's the Oh Sheila song. And it says, The Many Faces of Mommy Ramblings, a.k.a. H. Sheila, by our very own Pickle Pickle, made that. I'm nervous to play it because it's going to stop the stream. But there it is. I'll put it in the chat too. You guys can go see it. Give her a sub. You're going to love them. They're great. They're another truth teller. They're a great channel. They put out receipts. Go give them a review and a like. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? That didn't even hurt. I hit my phone on the microphone. I don't know why I said ow. Well, I guess maybe it hurt my ears. That's why.
And look what she did. She put her up there like this with her little crown on and her little boobies. What are we doing with the the
Oh.
bubblegum boobies? The bubblegum boobies. Oh, I'm dying. I am dying.
Oh, wow. Thank you for doing what is right and proving MRB is wrong. Shame on you, MRB. Love to, hell to the no. Thank you so much, Pink. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
That is awesome.
Bubblegum boobies. Wait, I
Bubblegum
think you should,
boobies. I have the clip. You want me to play that?
please.
Okay. Everybody say wave bye to Merb. She looks actually kind of nice in that picture. I know. Probably don't come for me. Don't come for me. All right. Yeah. I shut off the music because I didn't want the channel to take another hit and go down in the middle of that.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what
Yeah,
happened?
something just happened. Let me make sure this. Okay, I think this is it. This is it right here.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Let me. I can just play it. We don't need to add it here.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me when you're ready. Oh, I guess we're ready.
Yeah.
On the count. Everybody say bye.
Butt plugs and dildos. Bubblegum boobies. Don't underestimate me, baby.
And we're gonna add into it.
Yes. Have a great weekend. I'll see
Bye,
y'all
guys.
soon.